The U.S. Colonial Marines. We get the job done. We'll never leave a man behind. We've got the best equipment. The best people. And we'll go to the furthest edges of the galaxy to show up and get shit done. It's not just the ships or the places you'll go or the enemies you'll defeat. It's the company you keep. The USCMC. We're there to...
Hello, everyone! What's happening? It's your friends, it's Slices and Dices, for another thrilling adventure! What was that?
Adventure!
Enchantment? Yes, adventure.
Oh, no.
Don't bring Sandal into this.
I've
You leave Sandal alone.
broken them already, folks.
Oh,
My
no.
job is done.
Sandal go anywhere.
I was broken long before I.
That's
got
true.
here.
That's true. That's true.
Uh,
Yes, tonight, Alien RPG. We're back. We're ready for more. Session 7 of our continuing the Frontier War campaign, where we will tie up one operation and see who's around for the next one. That's all I have to say about that. Yep, there we go. Okay, I just left it out there.
Yup. I have a rocket launcher pointed down the hallway of an unstable mind.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
we were all on Overwatch.
Absolutely.
We're all on those.
Without further ado, we are going to do a quick recap of what has happened thus far on Alien RPG, the Front War. Frontier War, not the Front War. What the... you try to be all, dramatic, and then you just fucking can't pronounce anything. Here we go. Marines! You've been sent on a mission to the mining moon of Grandi to evacuate the survivors of a mine collapse after what was reported as an industrial accident in the lower levels. You met the Way-U rescue coordinator Ken Ishigara and the mine's android Gibson, and after encountering several ghoulish miners exposed to some sort of parasitic and very toxic black substance, which you've had previous experience with, as well as a cryptic communication from Wayland Yutani to the mine's administrator, you were determined to get to the bottom of it. So, sorry, that did not land. Yeah, sorry. I'm a bad guy.
I got the sound effect.
I'm the bad guy. Okay. You descended into the darkness, parking your APC in the cavern's depths, and found more miners exposed to the tar-like substance and dealt with them appropriately. And in some cases, somewhat inappropriately. But that's neither here nor there. You also encountered a lone miner looking for her friends, who you ordered back to the surface. A mutated, limb-wielding monstrosity. That's pretty dealt with as well. And several other groups of miners, one of which had several of their number killed by another group of black-suited marines that you had no knowledge of before. Shortly thereafter, you were fired upon by these Marines, and using your training to its height, fired back and neutralized these threats, but not before learning that they were on the moon to retrieve something from the basement, where a secondary shaft had been tunneled, seemingly causing this mess in the first place. You ventured deeper down to sub-level 6, finding that air had been pumped in from the air scrubber pump house on the surface, and it was there that you encountered the mine's missing administrator, Cassandra Mystery, who was attempting to flee the mine with a metal urn filled with this same black liquid, saying that it was worth a lot to those who could pay handsomely for it. And as she explained, she began to cough and sputter, and without a second thought, you ended her life.
All of us in synchronization with a lot of...
I mean, have you seen RoboCop?
Oh yeah, it was an Ed 209 moment, for real. Yes, it was then that you heard voices coming down from the deep hole leading to the basement, beckoning you all to come down to join the children of the two divines in some sort of ritual. You said, "Oh hell no!" To that, and began a hasty retreat, setting a bomb of sorts at the shaft's surface. A scream issued forth from the hole, and seconds later, an inhuman creature climbed up, at which your bomb exploded, sealing off that shaft, but sealing you all within reach of this monstrous black-skinned creature that now lopes covered with black tar towards you all. And of course, to add further shit to the storm.
Metaphorical pot.
Yes, storm pot that you now all face. Moments later, a thunderous explosion resounded somewhere hundreds of feet above you, and the entire mine began to break apart. Something else that I waited a good amount of time to let you know, and that is, as soon as this explosion occurs and you are all ready to face off against this creature, something else happens. And that is, the lights go out.
Oh crap.
Oh, what?
Good thing this is a straight hallway.
You hear...
That means no elevator.
The entire lights system goes out.
It's lights, not all electricity.
You do not know that for certain, but the only lights that you have at this current time are the lights off of your shoulder-mounted light beacon attached to your suit, and you just hear in the darkness, you hear this thing just hissing.
Hey, you know what else lights up darkness? Explosions.
Explosions will light them up for at least a second. All right. So, with that, shall we play a game, as the parable says?
We were in Overwatch. So
you were. Many of you were in Overwatch.
Shots, yes.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Groose is like... He's just going.
Oh, so good. I didn't roll the highest number available for once.
This is good. This is good. Let me...
Don't worry, I will.
You want high number. You don't want low number.
Okay, okay.
Oh, no, low number. That's right.
Low numbers are good. Let me bring everybody to the combat screen so they can see what exactly you face off against.
Oh, I gotta reroll.
It is... Yeah, gotta reroll. If you get the same number as somebody else, it's simply the same as getting a card.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
Man, there's a lot of 7s and 8s going on right now.
Well, this is good. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Just bring on those 7s and 8s. That's what I want. I want those 7s and 8s.
Shush you.
9.
Aww.
All right. And of course, Rogers.
Mac is now tied with me. Mac needs to reroll again.
I know, my computer's... Oh, 9.
Rogers got a 9 as well. So I'll have Rogers... I'll put Rogers at a 10. Just because he's the NPC, and he doesn't...
That's not better.
And he doesn't deserve a 9.
Roger's a 9 in our books.
That's very lovely. All right, so who do we have? We have Summers and MacCauliff with a 9. Masters and Rhyders 6 and 7, and Groose with an 8. So Summers and MacCauliff, roll off, please.
Yep.
Whoever gets a number other than 9 That does not count. A 12 is not 5. Okay, MacCauliff got a 5.
There you go.
Hey.
All right, so let's roll for the big bad boy.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Does this thing have like 3 turns?
Oh, he's super freak.
So he's just a freak. He's a super freak. He's not just a freak. Super freak.
Freaky.
And he does in fact get, because his speed is 2, he does in fact get another
Because
initiative.
of course he does.
Because of course he does. I'll just call it Super Freak 2.
Of course he does.
And let's have him roll again.
Super freaky.
I'm just gonna roll a d10, that's easiest.
There you go. 1.
Oh, a 3!
Oh,
Hooray!
close.
Glad
Okay.
I'm in Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
Glad we're all on Overwatch.
Yep.
Means everybody gets a shot before this thing tries to murder us.
Okay! Give you guys some music.
So do we all take our Overwatch shots before this begins? Is that
By
what's in
all means.
Great.
Imagine
Well,
we like
I don't like the sound of that.
aiming, and the first thing that comes to the light, we're all like yell at. We're all like yelling.
Mm-hmm.
You're yelling.
I'm laughing at the name of one of my weapons.
Oh, did you? Oh no, did you name your weapons now?
Oh no, I mean my rocket launcher's always had a name, but the rifle that I got off of the dead guy says NGS 23 assault rifle. Thanks, asshole.
Yes, you called the weapon. Thanks, asshole.
Thanks, asshole.
All right.
Nice.
So, we are up to Overwatch. You guys have taken Overwatch, ready for this thing to come out. It is dripping with black tar that just viscous globules of it fall off of it in pools. Clearly, this thing has just, poured all this black material from what you have no idea, but you can only assume that it probably came from this urn that Mystery had. But now it is your turn. So who wants to take their Overwatch first?
Oh, I would like to shoot my rocket, please.
Go ahead. Shoot. Shoot your rocket.
Sure.
Shoot your rocket.
Boom, motherfucker.
Okay, that is a panic, so please go ahead and make a panic roll.
Low.
I only have one panic right now, so I'm
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
5, you keep it
All right.
together. All right,
So-
so yeah, that's 3 successes.
What are that is I didn't open up all of my cheat sheets. What are the range?
Here's the kind of cool thing that you may notice with the update to this particular character sheet. It tells you how many successes that you have, as well as how much stress you have.
Oh, neat.
Nice update.
Yes, thank you for the
Here for it.
I need to open up my stunts cheat sheet, which I forgot to do. There it is. Open. Where's open with? I'm
Yes.
sorry that I'm making this slow. Okay.
That's
there
okay.
we
You're
go.
singing
Boom.
along with it. That makes
All
up for it.
Ranged combat stunts, extra damage, swap initiative. We can't make them panic. They're not holding anything.
You could take his 3.
I could take his 3 and I could knock him prone. It's already doing 5 damage. Yeah, I'm gonna swap with the freak. I'm gonna take the freak's 3,
All right.
and I'm gonna knock him prone.
Okay.
And then one. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with my stunts.
Cool. All right. So we will then. Summers change your initiative to a 3. He will change his second initiative to a 9.
This is Masters, and I'm a 6.
Did I just say Summers? I meant to say Masters. God damn it! Yet another one.
Every
Drink, everyone.
time.
Drink.
So he changes his second initiative to a 6, not a 9, or his first initiative, whatever. He changes one of his initiatives.
You
to
got
a
it. Done.
No one's go next on the Overwatch.
All right. Well, before then, let me roll some damage here. So, how much damage was that?
5 damage.
5 damage. All right. So let's have them.
Also, armor
And
piercing,
yes,
by
it's
the way.
armor piercing. Yeah.
It's armor piercing, so he gets to roll half of his armor.
Let's see, it's probably got like 5 left after armor piercing. Oh my god!
So that's 3 successes.
So he only takes 2 fucking damage. Fucker.
Are we sure? Are you sure you hit? Are you sure you hit the half button?
No, actually, I did not. You are
I
correct.
was gonna say.
You know
Okay.
why? You know what? That was my fault.
Great.
Let's try that again.
I was like, shit, that's a lot.
That's an unbelievable monster.
I like
There
that
we
one.
go. I like that one a
okay.
lot.
I was like, wait a minute. That's a lot of armor. That's the wrong kind of monster armor. And then I realized I hadn't put in a minus.
That was
That's
just
okay.
a whole bunch. So wait, there is a monster in here with a lot of armor.
Not going to talk about that one until you're
Oh,
ready.
dear.
All right, so
Oh,
there we go.
dear.
So that does 5 damage.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, that's a big hit. You just like huge blast. Huge blast.
All
Okay,
right.
as this thing goes off and you just hear it scream in pain. Anyone else?
Goose.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Mac, go next.
Whoever wants to go.
I will do the same.
Who all was aiming? Or who was always overwatching?
Oh, I mean,
Oh, MacCauliff, there you go.
Okay,
Panic
MacCauliff,
roll.
please do. Okay, so the panic roll is an 8, which means that it does go off, but according to panic, I believe 8 is nervous
Does
twitch.
it drop?
Yeah.
No, I always forget panic roll.
And stress up, I think.
So yeah, it's tremble. 8 is tremble. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 till your panic stops. So it doesn't affect
Okay.
anyone else, but it does go off and you get a tremble.
Okay.
well, it's not so bad.
All right, so you got 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage off of that unless you want to use stunts.
Yeah, stunts. I am going to push it back and extra 1 damage.
It was actually also prone already.
Yeah, it was pushed back and prone.
Yeah,
Can we
it's just
we
like
push it
rolling
back
backwards
further?
now.
Is that going to open
It
it,
will-
up to more?
Well, actually,
Damage?
firing at a prone target is actually a -1
Oh.
Okay.
on your modifier. So
Should
technically
I be
that
rolling?
that will knock off your last success on the regular dice.
I'll be fine with that.
So it's only 2 successes. But you
You know,
still
if
get
it-
whatever you want to do with that second success.
I'll take the +1 then. Yeah.
If a target is already pushed back, can it be pushed back further?
Sure. Absolutely.
Gotta be
What do you
like
guys want? More damage or push back further?
A bit of both.
I would do
I
more
mean-
damage.
Yeah. Let's keep the extra damage for this round.
So we're talking 3 damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and it is full auto armor piercing as well. You guys
You're-
have some really good weapons.
I mean, be glad I don't have a piercing weapon.
I was gonna say I just slung the fancy new guns. I'm still using my trusty because I didn't have time yet.
Damn!
Okay.
Okay,
I am nervous about this. This is gonna bite us in the ass.
so you blow this thing apart, and it takes a critical damage. It takes a critical hit because you have broken it.
No kidding.
Nice. That
So-
means
Keep
that
shooting.
this isn't the biggest of the big bads, guys. That's what
So
that means.
go ahead and roll a d6, please.
Yeah.
Higher the better for killing shit.
Indeed.
Right? Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
I will take this 3.
Okay. Let me see if I can find. All right. Here we go. A 3. Okay. The creature cries out in fury, and it immediately gets to perform a fast and a slow action outside of the normal turn order.
What?
So, as a fast action, it gets up. As a slow action, it runs across right here.
Oh,
Can I,
hi.
can
How
I
you doing, fucker?
Give me
What
that.
what about,
Or-
like... Yeah, don't some of us still have Overwatch?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that takes
Immediately
place
happen.
immediately right now. But
Yeah.
it is not dead.
Okay.
Let me double check. Oh, it also rolls a d6. Oh, it also gets to roll a d6. Ooh, this is new. This is a critical injury is desperate action for those of you watching from home. So here we go, d6. Let's see what happens. This is the one I get to roll.
Not only did it not get to do a thing, or not only did it get to do a thing after we knocked it down, it gets more stuff after it?
Hey, don't roll 3s. Okay, it instantly. Oh, on a 4 to 6, it instantly attacks the closest opponent.
Oh my.
No!
Oh, no.
Cool.
If
I'm
it
gonna block it.
if it fails to inflict any damage, the creature dies.
Interesting.
Armor, let's go!
If it
Armor.
succeeds, it regains 1 point of health.
Ah, interesting.
Okay.
What a concept.
What a concept! All right.
Well, I'm calling a block. I'm gonna block whatever it tries to do to me. I'm assuming it's attacking me.
Correct. It is definitely attacking you.
I'm calling a block. I haven't had my turn yet, which means I have my fast action.
You do. All right. Let's see. What can this thing do as a melee attack? Lots of things. Oh, God. Let's see. I guess the best would be a fist strike.
Pow.
It just reaches back with this goo-covered fist and tries to basically punch right through your visor and into your face.
And I'm gonna try to block it with my fucking gun.
Okay.
I hold a huge ass RPG launcher. I'm gonna
God bless
the
you.
launcher.
God bless you. Let's do this.
This is a
Will that
post combat,
explode?
yeah.
So I'm gonna let you know how
It's
much.
not loaded right now.
Oh no, you have to reload on the next turn.
No, yeah, he asked if it would explode, and I said no because it's not loaded.
Oh, why would it explode if you hit it? That'd be weird. All right, so here we go. I'm just letting you know the numbers on this. 10 base dice.
Okay.
Wow.
But it's rolling. Okay.
And no modifiers.
Yay! F that guy.
Look at
I
that.
don't even
Look at
have
that.
to block it.
Look at that.
Block it anyway.
Just look at that.
No, I don't want to waste an action that I don't need.
Oh.
I want everyone in stream to take a look at that. Look how many dice that are.
It's beautiful.
Look at that.
I love it.
And
What
What are
Lucky
the
pal.
odds?
fucking goose egg. Not a single
Love it.
goddamn point of damage.
Really high odds. Yeah.
So he dies, right?
He's dead.
So narrate, Masters, how this thing ends.
That's like I don't even have to use an action to block it because he
Nope.
doesn't even fucking hit me.
He doesn't.
So I'm gonna say that he runs up, he swings back, he tries to hit me, and he's so beat up, it's literally kind of like slow-mo, and I'm just like, really?
Oh my, what one?
And then he just like just misses, loses his balance, and
Very
like
nice.
flirk
Oh, he
on the
flirks.
ground.
He flirks hard.
Flirks onto the ground. And I'm just like, well, that was anticlimactic.
You're telling me. Okay. Congratulations. You do hear.
Oh, I'm sure that's not the end of it.
Well, here's the things that you hear. First of all, this thing is super dead. Like it's not moving at all.
Awesome.
Big ol' X through its face. Double X eyes. Here's the things that you hear. In the darkness, you hear. Normally, you would have heard just the sound of, because the air that was being pumped up from the air scrubber has been summarily shut off by whatever the hell blew the explosion up above. That's the first thing that you hear, is just nothing. You hear no sound of any air at all. You hear the sound of fizzing electricity along the walls, like sparking. And from the southwest, where you have blown a massive amount of rubble down the shaft, potentially sealing it up, you hear that
Three of 'em?
sound.
Fuck!
That way? This way? Which way? This way?
Well,
No, probably the guys who were talking down near the black goo did the same damn thing.
Oh.
the monsters are coming from over here, but over here is where the elevator is,
game.
and we don't know if it fucking works.
Rogers is going, I'm sorry for cursing before, but wow, that was crazy. That was really neat. Good job.
All right, somebody's got to get their ass down there and check and see if that elevator works.
I'm
Who's the
going.
fastest runner? All
I'm
right.
gone. Groose is already just. Do I need
Fair
to?
question, Mother Matt. Should I need to reload? I know it's habit.
That's fine.
Do I need to reload because of the panic?
Whenever you panic and if you fire, yes, absolutely, you need to reload.
Okay. I'll
I'm
do that
also
now.
reloading the RPG. Just
Great.
I'm gonna
Uh,
continue being on Overwatch.
Okay, as far as we know, you're out of combat until it starts again, at which point you will need to have to reroll again. But with that said, I will take the turn order out of off the screen.
If we're out of combat, then can I also load up the M23 so that if my gun breaks, I can just swap guns?
Sure.
It'll still take a round,
Absolutely.
but I'll have two. Okay.
I'm nosing around this corpse to see if there's any indication of who this was before it became this thing.
Sure. Yeah. Good
Is there
point.
like any insignia or tags or anything?
I mean, if there are, they're coated in black tar-like substance, so
don't
you'd have to
like
sort of
that.
like scrape it away if you wanted to.
I'm not with flesh, but like with my knife. I don't want to get that shit anywhere near my clothes because I saw what happened to Mystery and her mystery tank.
Yeah.
So using the tip of my knife, I'm sort of like scraping away to see if I can figure out who this was or where they came from.
Yeah, so, sure. It does have the remnants of clothing on it, like shredded clearly from the transformation that this thing has
Like
undergone.
Incredible Hulk style.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. But you don't find anything like that would indicate a name.
Or like whether they were UPP or a minor or if they were a
Fair.
Marine.
Let me say
That's
that.
more what I was trying to
You
figure
don't
out.
see any kind of garb that they were a Marine, certainly. You don't have any indication that they were UPP, also for certain. They may have been a minor. You can't really tell. The garments are... I mean, you've seen miners wear all kinds of garments, and they are shredded.
Okay. But no, they were not like they don't appear to have been a Marine or have been UPP.
That is correct.
All right. That's the main thing I was trying to figure out.
Yeah. All right. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm keeping my eyes down the hallway from where it came from until like we get orders to move.
Okay.
So basically Overwatch.
I'm already down at the elevator.
No, yeah.
Already gone.
I will keep going to the elevator to try and comtech it once I've done reloaded.
Okay, my internet is
I'm-
going real slow. I don't know why.
After
Not
having
just you, it's me too.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
you too?
roll
Maybe
20
roll,
is fine.
it's
roll
roll
20,
20.
taking a roll 10. Whoa, roll 20, yo. Come on, man.
put it together. Once I'm done checking out the corpse, I will also be overwatching down the hall because obviously.
Bruce, you run over to the elevator. Let's start with you. You run over to the elevator shaft, I should say. You look down at the base of the elevator shaft below you. You do see that there is like a big hunkin' machine at the very bottom. You can assume that this is the ore bin. The ore bin,
Elevator's up there?
the elevator, you look up and down, you don't see it.
Oh fuck.
You look down at the bottom, you see that the ore bin is directly below you. It's like a caged off area with like a small, maybe like 7 or 8 foot tall crane, and just an enormous amount of rock and mineral material. And there's some kind of a crusher at the bottom of it as well. And there is, from your vantage point, you can see it with your lamp, your shoulder lamp, that the distance from this floor to the next floor is about 70 or 80 feet.
Where are you, Matt? I'm on the east side.
Yeah, I know where you are.
In front of the...
You're looking down that
Oh, okay.
that hole, buddy.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, and the ore bin's there instead of the
ore-
elevator?
The ore bin is at the bottom of the shaft. The elevator is not there.
Where didn't we leave it here?
Sent back up.
You sent it up with the other miners, remember?
We set up one of ours with it to bring it back down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
And
did.
we had it set open, ready for us to run down here
Yeah.
for that
My fault then.
entire instance.
My fault then. I thought that you had sent it up.
That's why I was confused.
Fair enough. Let's rewind, retroactively remove that, and say that the elevator is there for certain.
Okay. I want to make sure it works.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, what do? You want to go up and push the up button?
Just gonna go in there and just like, try and see if it works. I'll go up,
Yep.
I'll push it for one floor up.
Nothing.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can fix it.
Okay. Make a heavy machinery roll. Let me think. Well, yeah, because this thing is like old as fuck, so it wouldn't be like computers per se. It'd be like wiring and all that jazz.
Perfect.
So yeah.
I'm okay with that.
One success. Okay. I'm going to say with one success, you could potentially get the elevator to move one floor.
Okay.
That's the best you can do.
Can I push it to keep going?
Nope. Oh, actually,
No?
you can push
Okay.
it. You can push it again. I mean, you could push it. Yeah, if you want to push this roll, I thought you meant push it, like push the button again. I'm like, no. No. If you didn't everyone ever tell you that if you push the button in the elevators, it doesn't go any fucking faster? Honestly, like, come on.
Why have you press all the buttons?
I mean,
Then people hate you.
Yeah, just special
All right.
doesn't help you.
I will do it again.
Okay.
Because we need this to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a oh my god, Groose, you're getting stressed out there, buddy.
I'm getting up there.
Yeah, I don't know why it says stress 1. You clearly have more than one stress.
I think it means that he rolled a stress.
One panic.
Ah.
I should say panic instead of stress. I
It
think
may. Well, whatever. It's fine. All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll your panic, please.
it's -2. It's a 4. So
Okay.
I'm good.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, cool. So nothing happens. You get 2 successes. That means you can go 2 floors.
We're on floor 6.
You're on sublevel 6.
Which one was the big hole one? I think that was 3 or 4.
3 to
3 or
4, I
4.
think.
Three-
Correct.
oh,
You mean the hole that spanned between when you were trying to drive down the turns?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Between 3 and 4. Correct.
Shit.
How
That's just
wide was that hole?
What's that?
Pretty wide.
How wide
Mm.
was that hole?
I think we said it was 50 meters.
Oh,
Which
shit.
is far.
Ugh.
But you could. But remember that I said that you guys did have those grappling hook guns
Yeah,
that you can.
I was about to say.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, we might need to make like a multi-grapple hook like pathway.
Oh, because that sounds safe.
Real quick, since you guys have undergone a somewhat stressful activity, number 1, make an air supply roll.
Okay.
2. Good thing we filled up before we went
Ooh,
down.
yep.
Right.
Everybody's
Ooh.
good. Everybody's good. Ryder
1
drops
second,
1.
I'm
Masters
slow.
drops 1. And
Is that ever? We just need a
Mac?
we'll-
Yeah.
cheese.
Roll 20's being real funky for some reason on me.
there we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're good.
so it's just
You're good
Masters.
anyway. Don't worry about it.
Masters and Masters and Ryder drop 1 air supply.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So you guys are down here in sublevel 6. You do hear some screeching and screaming and pounding against these rocks, and then the screeching and screaming summarily stops.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, guys.
I don't know either.
I'm assuming over the comms, it's like, "Hey guys, I got bad news. We only got 2 floors out of this thing. This thing's junked. I can't. It's a hunk of junk. I can't fix this. It can only go 2 floors and that's it."
I mean, 2 floors is better than none, I guess.
Yeah. Gets us distance.
Gets us over the gap.
We just gotta go.
Let's just
Does it get us over the
put
gap?
distance between us and that thing. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I don't think
Agreed.
it gets us over the gap. I think the gap's
doesn't-
higher than that.
It doesn't get us over the gap, but it gets us the fuck off this floor, and then we got a little bit more time to think.
Yep.
Get the
Everybody
fuck
in?
out of here.
All right, hoofing it down the hallway, yeah.
Masters, before you run off to wherever you're running, please make a perception. Make a what do they call those things? Not perception.
Observation.
Thank you. I'm in the wrong fucking system. Here we go. Observation
my-
roll.
Not my strongest roll.
It's all right.
Can I make one as well?
No,
No.
Oh, I got 1 success though.
Yay!
Masters. You were looking at this creature and you saw all this black tar and stuff all over it, and then you heard the sounds of the creatures, I guess you would assume that they were from the southwest, go away, and then you hear another sound coming from the southwest, and that is the sound of liquid bubbling.
Fuck. Everybody hoof it. We gotta get above this level ASAP. Something is bubbling over there, and I don't want to find out what the fuck it is.
Well, that thing is sinking.
And as everybody gets off of level 4, I know we've got 1 broken helmet still, but we're going to need air once we get up there. That
Let's go.
probably
Almost
went with
broken.
electricity too. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to roll for air supply for Rogers too. Sorry.
Rogers.
Hang in there, Rogers. You didn't do anything. You should be fine. Come on.
As we're jogging, Summers turns to Master and say, "Hey, I think that guy liked the color of your dress."
Oh, sad.
Yeah, well.
Oh
Plug in.
no!
Well, he had more air than us, though.
He did have more air.
Mm.
Yeah, he had 5 air, but now he has 3.
That's
Still a
still
decent
that's
amount.
still good.
Sure. Okay, so you're all boarding the elevator, I assume, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just feeling stressed out, and this is the best I can do.
It's all right.
Hey,
I have a
man.
feeling this whole Groose, buddy. I have a feeling this whole tunnel is about to be flooded with that black shit, and I sure as fuck don't want to be down here when it happens. So 2 floors is better than none.
Yeah,
Yep.
really.
Buddy. Old dance partner got only a few moves in her.
Okay. The elevator moves 2 floors with the 6 of you on it. Everybody get on the elevator.
Well, you got the elevator
Sorry.
sound effect, right?
I do.
Yay! I love that sound effect.
All right.
Mac, get on the elevator.
Yep. Sorry.
it. Get in here.
Now you're trying to look pretty. and all, but
Mac
not
like
all the time.
he like looks back, and just with like the from his light from his shoulder lamp, he just looks back, and you see creeping slowly, just slowly, a wave of black liquid flowing towards you.
If somebody could move me, I'm resetting roll 20 again. I'm gonna try
You have been moved.
changing browsers. Thank you.
And as the elevator rises, I will make you rise as well.
Right.
And so we rise.
Rise
my
from your
brother.
grave. All right, so you guys want to go what floor?
4.
We're good 4, I think. Is
High
the
as we
highest
can go.
get. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Actually, if we go
Great.
down 5, if we go through 5, the spiral isn't broken. Just the pathway from the exit to 3 to 4 is broken, right? Am I wrong?
Say that again?
Okay, so when let's see here, or is it the whole tunnel from 3 to 4 that's broke?
Or is it only the exit from the spiraling ramp?
Right. Is it?
It was only the spiraling ramp. Like,
The ramp itself had a break in it.
Okay,
So right there.
in the ramp.
It's
Yeah,
right there.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go through that either way. Okay, so we'll just go.
Probably.
We'll go to 4. Yeah, we'll stick with 4 then.
Yep.
All right, so I'm just gonna. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you guys on the side here. There's nothing to. I don't have a map for 5 and 6. Sorry, for 4. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That just means
There is a map for 4 because I killed a guy there.
well, there is not a map for 4. There's a map for sub-level 5, and there's a map for sub-level 6.
Oh, I thought that because the one where it says "minor alive?" is where I went down by myself and had my standoff.
Yeah, you had your standoff right here on this map.
Oh, I thought I
Yeah.
had my standoff on a regular map. Okay, gotcha.
No worries. All right, so let me just have this token boop, be the sort of overall locator for you guys.
For the squad.
Right.
Okay.
Correct. All right, so you guys have arrived on level 4. You now notice that there is no longer any air at all. You're in vacuum.
the hell
All right. Well,
What the hell happened on the surface?
let's
Fly.
hope we make it up there to find out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could try and cross that, 50.
It's either
50.
that or we try and shimmy up an elevator shaft or up one of the ore shafts. None of these sound like particularly enjoyable endeavors.
This is an elevator. Shouldn't this have a access ladder in here somewhere?
And a mine shaft?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, that would make sense. I assume they lose power every now and then.
The miners and as well Ishigara as well as Gibson notified you that most people, if the miners lost power to the elevator, they had enough supplies and whatever it is to last them about a day until they fixed the elevator. Right? They had people on the surface to fix any kind of minehead issue, electrical issue, if there was a physical issue with the elevators, etc. Or they would simply should just walk up the turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that from an engineering standpoint, that is the most ridiculous thing, and you should never fucking do that.
Well-
you should always have an access ladder to get back up because things don't work, and
In
they
this-
may not ever work again.
Tell the creators of the Death Star to also put up some fucking handrails, because I mean, Jesus Christ.
That too.
All right. So fine.
Could we do the grappling hook trick between floors where the break is, and then just run the ramp?
It's your choice.
Yeah.
Or we could go up we could also do the mine shaft and then go back, walk down 3 again.
You could go up the ore pass. The ore pass has a handheld a conveyor belt as well as a ladder of sorts. It's not like implanted, but you could make the climb if you wanted to.
I think that's what we're gonna have to do then. Go up the ore
Because
shaft.
I don't feel like shimmying over a bottomless pit is a great idea.
Well, I don't know if it's bottomless, but I bet the bottom is pretty hard.
Pretty. It's not the fall that kills you. It's the sudden stop.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah, climb the elevator shaft for a while. Yeah, or climb the maintenance ladder. Yeah, not the best idea. We're exposed, but if we do sort of like a leapfrog approach, we can at least cover with guns per floor.
Yeah.
Do whatever you like. You guys tell me.
So are we just gonna try and go up the ore shaft then to level 3, and then we can make our way out up the ramp?
I think so.
Try.
sounds good.
All right.
Glad my brother doesn't have to deal with this bullshit.
I got the big guns. I'll take the first climb.
Wait, what was that?
What? Glad my brother doesn't have to deal with this bullshit.
You have a brother?
Yeah. He's the reason I'm in the Marine Corps in the first place.
Oh. Well, we would save that for story time. We gotta go.
I agree.
So you disembark the elevator.
Depending how this adventure goes, maybe we'll meet your brother, Ryder.
Yeah, we might have to.
Jesus Christ,
Indeed.
that's dark. All right. You guys do move down the corridor in the complete pitch darkness. All the lights have been completely shut off. Which, by the way, gives you a -2 on observation and pretty much anything to do with vision, yeah. Including firing. Which I probably should have factored into that last fight, but seeing as you just completely just wasted this guy so hard, and that ending was just too funny, so I couldn't, it was great. So, if you want to be able to climb this ore shaft, let me see. Here we go.
You have harpoon guns, so I don't know if that gives us a bonus or what.
You do have a harpoon gun, but it won't this is not Batman. You can't shoot
it's not like
I mean, can we also do that thing where you press your back against the wall and then you have your legs
Well, he
out?
said there was a ladder. He said there were handholds to climb.
Yeah, okay, so
sense.
yeah, you would need to make a mobility roll in the dark to make the climb each time you climb from one floor to another.
Well, we only need to climb one floor, and then we can take the stairs.
Sure.
Because the bust is between 3 and 4. We discovered. We determined it's right here.
That's correct.
So once we climb from 4 to 3, theoretically, we should just be able to take the ramp out.
Can I go first, or?
I'll go. I can maintain watch with the big gun. I have a +1 to mobility from a previous, and I'm going to use it
Super.
right meow.
Okay. So you watch as Masters climbs up.
All right.
Maybe.
One success. Roll panic, please.
Super.
Perfectly fine. Masters climbs to level 3.
Meow.
Okay.
I'll go next.
And I am watching the shafts. I've got Overwatch down the hallway in case anything fucking shows up. There were bodies on this level, so.
Okay.
Hard bullshit up there?
All clear for now.
Masters, that was a pretty athletic activity. Please roll an air supply.
Okay.
Do we remember when we lost comms? Was it right at the first level?
You're good.
Side note, they were in the elevator because we left the extra air tanks there. We should bring those with us.
If you want to, then you're going to have to climb up with the air tanks.
Those things
That
were
might be.
insanely heavy.
That's
Or
true.
at least refill them before we go up.
I'll go next.
Masters is already up there.
I'll go next.
It's alright, I still got 3.
All right, Ryder, go for it.
Okay.
Mobility roll, please.
Damn.
2 successes. So you're able to climb up without a problem. Please make an air supply roll. You're down to 2. Ryder, clearly, you need a little bit more cardio.
I was like, why didn't you fill yours before you climbed up when we just said that I did?
That was a new tank I had.
It was.
And he
a good tank.
also
It
used
was.
stunt.
Everybody got refilled.
He could. Yeah, he could use his stunt. his mobility stunt.
Yeah, I need to look at the stunts.
Pass it on down, bro.
Let me give you
Yeah,
that
pass
mobility
along the
roll.
line to someone who needs
They're
it.
your mobility
Puff
stunts.
pass.
You know,
With air
yeah,
I was gonna say Rogers probably needs.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Rogers. I didn't put him on the map, but we're going to keep him in mind.
Wait and see if somebody fails, and then you can hand him a success.
There you go.
If we promote Rogers to captain, that signet is.
Oh, that doesn't work like that, Sarah, unfortunately.
Oh,
You have to do it
doesn't? Oh,
right
okay.
now. You have to do it
Oh,
right
okay.
now or not at all.
you have one
You can't
success.
bank a stunt, unfortunately.
You know what? Probably give it to Roger.
Okay, you give it to Rogers. Rogers climbs up and is perfectly fine. Rogers is with you. Who's next? Although he doesn't need to make an air supply.
Mac's gonna go. I'm also gonna use a mobility from my super jog down the hallway last session. Or down the
he
loop.
he has 3 air supplies, so I'm just gonna roll 3d6. And if he rolls a 1 on it, then it goes down. Okay. Yeah, he succeeds.
Hey.
So he's fine. It's like, huh, that was good. Okay.
Halfway there.
Who's next?
Mac.
Go for it, Mac.
Oh!
Yee!
You cannot push a panic roll.
Mm-hmm.
So MacCauliff, please roll your panic first.
I'm gonna have to catch him on the way down.
So MacCauliff, unfortunately, falls.
Yep.
MacCauliff falls down the ore shaft.
Block.
Oh shit!
Wait, like down past Ian Summers, or
You
can we
guys,
try
you
and catch
guys,
him?
you guys remember Aliens when Newt is hanging and she's like, Ripley, don't let go, Ripley, and she has Newt by the coat. Who was next? Who was next? Let's find
Oh,
out. Who wants to try to catch MacCauliff?
I'd say
I
it was
think it was you.
You can.
me.
It's either Summers or Groose. Make the choice.
I'm gonna go and try to catch him because of bodyguard. Also,
Oh,
let's see.
yeah, that would
Make a
sense.
mobility roll. Make a mobility roll, Summers.
Come on! Oh!
Summers, you watch as MacCauliff like just slips like and falls, and you grab him by the what?
I'm gonna grab him by the back of his uniform, his suit, and just go. Gotcha, Mac.
Holy shit, Summers, you are strong as hell.
What happened? What happened up there?
You mean down there? Oh, down?
Elliot.
No, or
No.
yeah, no,
I'm
actually.
at the bottom still.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Really sweaty.
Get your asses up here! I want to get the fuck out of this place before, well, you know.
All right.
You know,
So McCall, please make an air supply roll, even though you failed, unfortunately.
Yerp.
So
So you're down to 3.
Yep.
I'm holding up the side of the ore shaft with
Yep.
one arm and reaching out with the other.
Okay, you're still at that same level. You're still a sub-level 4, McCall, but you're not. You didn't fall all the way down the orbit.
I would like to use my second bonus mobility from that super run to try and reclimb.
Please do.
Jesus fucking Christ!
As much as I would love to give you the opportunity,
No, it's fine.
Summers, to use your bodyguard again, I believe that you've just used it. So, McCauliff, narrate your fall for us for a sec, McCall.
Well, I suppose it depends on how many things I'm bouncing off of, and how much damage I take when I get to the bottom.
Well, you don't take a whole lot of damage when you get to the bottom as you slide all the way down the Orbin, and you see it just before you go head first into a lovely pool of
Yeah.
black liquid.
Oh, R.I.P. Tasha Yar.
Yep.
McCauliff, as much as I hate to say this, you are our first casualty
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
Yeah.
of this campaign. And in doing so, as you scream in intense pain, as this liquid coats you, and you feel your molecules being torn apart.
Fuck.
Your mind is lost, and you become something else.
Is that still true if I had the black suit guy's mask on with its own air supply and everything?
Were you hermetically sealed?
I had the helmet on. I replaced the helmet.
Unless you had a biohazard suit, I don't think it matters.
You're pretty much dunked into it, my friend.
Because no, that's fair. Okay, cool. That's all my bases. That's all I could think of.
It sucks.
Unfortunately, we also lost the mag tape.
Oh no! The tape!
Of course.
The tape which had all the evidence.
Well,
Oh god.
I mean,
Yeah. No, that's how
Did
dice
I-
roll.
did I see him fall?
You did.
I'm assuming that's pretty stressful, right?
Yeah, when you see someone fall and you don't know what happens to them, yeah, I'd say you and Summers both take a stress point.
Yeah. You hear Summers just scream into the comm. Just scream, no.
Fuck, Mac!
What the
Fuck!
fuck is going on down there, you guys?
Fuck! Mac's gone!
We lost
What?
Mac!
The fuck you mean? What? How? What the hell happened?
He fell!
You fucking
Ah,
shit.
fell? Jesus.
Alright, still right. I'll start working on Kulhavy.
Thank you very
Just
much.
keep moving, I'm coming, hang on, guys.
As you scream, the mine sort of rumbles.
We gotta hurry up here.
All
And
right.
little
Hey,
bits of the
alright.
ceiling begin to splinter and crack.
God damn it! Get your asses up here! And don't fucking fall!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Groose.
Yeah, so that's 3 successes.
3 successes, but oh my god, that's so many panics.
Yeah,
All right.
that's true. I
So
only have to
at least-
roll one at
at
least.
And a
least
lot of
it's
stress.
justified.
That's true, but you do have -2 on your panic rolls, Groose.
6.
The
It's a
6. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
6 is not a fail with the action that you were doing, but I think.
I don't think it's anything, actually.
think
I thought it was
6 is
7
okay.
higher.
Whoops.
It's, yeah, keep it together. 6.
Super duper. You keep
Oh,
it together. You hold it in, Groose. You hold it in.
Oh,
You
All
pass
right.
one of those along?
air, let me get the air thing, though.
Yes. Oh no.
Oh,
Shit.
that's bad.
Bruce is down to 2 air.
That was scary. That was bad.
I mean, it makes
Alright.
sense.
Okay, well, we're all,
You got stunts, Groose. What are you gonna do with them?
that's the,
May I suggest you get Summers up?
yeah. Is Summer stuck?
No,
well, no,
I'm
but
the last one.
you can give Summers an auto success.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely use one to do that. And I'll, let me see.
Bank a +1 for later.
I was gonna say,
I mean, I know you want to impress people, but I'm trying to keep it. Low.
yeah, no, I will give an auto success, to, no, yeah, you know, a +1 mobility for later. That sounds like a good idea.
I'd like to think that part of this was just me just going up and just going, I am not letting another person fall down this shaft.
Fair.
Rogers is like, what happened? What happened?
Doesn't fucking matter. We gotta go now.
Okay. You guys are
So you-
all.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start moving us down the hallway. I know that like our little thingy dad. This is us. There we
Mm-hmm.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Nice.
But I was pointing out that I'm in the front with my fucking rocket launcher.
Fantastic.
Yep. I'm pulling up the rear, making sure everyone
Okay.
is getting out here.
All right.
Also, I'm mad, so I'm in front.
Fair. Fair.
All right, start marching up this fucking ramp.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go. Fast as we can.
Boop.
Great.
All right. You move at a quick pace. Not so much that you're huffing and puffing and using up your air, but you know, because you are conserving it as much as possible, and you do move up to sub-level 2. You pass the tractors on sub-level 1. There is no one there. There are no bodies.
Everybody left, I think.
You know what?
Hopefully.
I'm gonna use my sniper to like look on ahead.
Sure. You use your sniper rifle to look down sub-level 1. Potentially as far as... What's the range on your sniper rifle?
Green.
Extreme. So you could probably, like, with your rifle at its furthest magnitude, you could probably see but because you don't have any light.
Well, yeah.
It's fucking dark.
I mean,
That's what you see.
Can I still see like the exit from here, or
You cannot see anything in the darkness.
Is there no light coming from the end of the shaft down this way?
No,
I'm in the train?
Oh crap,
no.
that's not good.
Oh,
There's no light at
I mean,
all.
There's a slope up, so it makes sense that we wouldn't be able to see light.
Yeah.
Fair. Dang it.
All right, let's keep going.
All right.
Slowly and cautious.
You're moving down sub-level 1.
you know, I'm not gonna lie. Is there even a possibility we still have our ships out there?
We're gonna fucking find out when we get there, man.
I'm just saying there was a lot of panicked people out there, and you know they do stupid shit.
I'm pretty sure we had it locked down fairly well.
Now, if you remember, Groose, you left LJ, right?
Here.
At the front of the shaft.
Yes, it was locked.
It
by
was.
the way.
Oh, yeah, no. Definitely locked it. Beep, boop, beep. I remember. Yep. You move slowly and cautiously past the ore shaft, past the ventilation shaft, past the elevator shaft, and you look up at the mine head, at the top of the mine head, and there are hanging wires and debris falling down from the mine head. Some of it in slow motion just because of the reduced gravity. And you guys are beginning to feel the effects of the fact that you're now getting towards the surface again. That your steps are slower and you're able to take like further steps with them. You no longer have to worry about increased gravity. It's now reduced gravity because you're at the surface of the moon almost. And I would say you probably get within about 100 or so feet, climbing up that descending roadway, and you see that the entire front entrance of the roadway has collapsed with rubble. And underneath that rubble is LJ.
Clear a path to LJ's door. And if we
What
can
the
get
hell
in,
happened?
LJ's a tank. If we can get into him somehow, we can probably drive him out.
It's true. How
big
how
ass.
buried is buried?
Like, probably like a ton of material on top of it.
Okay. Is there anything
Not
underneath it?
Pardon me?
I'm sure it's got like a maintenance hatch on the bottom side. Is there like, can we like see the wheels, or is it just like the tail end sticking out?
You can see the wheels. Yeah. But there's like a ton of rock on top of it.
Yeah.
No,
No, is there
no
anything
way-
underneath it though? That's the question.
You don't know?
No way
Well,
to dig it
we'll
out.
take a look. I'm gonna. Groose is gonna start digging anyway because LJ's his boy.
Sure.
Yeah.
I gotta get him out.
Pull out my entrenching spade.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. There you go. I really
Start
wish I
digging.
hadn't left my prom dress downstairs.
Well, I mean, we all better work on this because we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Really wish I had another breaching charge on me right now.
Well, see, I'm just like Groose just thinks about it.
Oh, but I do have a maintenance jack that I can use to try and heft out some of the heftier rocks.
There you
There we
go.
go.
There you go.
I mean, let's see. I've got a mechanical cutting torch. Actually, if I can just expose one side, I can cut my way into LJ. Get
Sure.
inside, start the thing, and then go.
Sure.
Well, we all got to get in because if you drive out and it just all the rock
Oh,
collapses,
yeah.
we'll be trapped in here.
Yeah.
So let's dig until we find an exposed part of LJ to cut our way in.
Okay.
As much as I don't want to, that's what we have to do.
Cut me, Mick.
Okay. Sorry, LJ, but forgive me.
Digging in.
Digging.
Do we got to make any kind of rolls for this, boss?
Yes, you do. I would say if you are doing that, make a stamina roll.
I'm using the maintenance jack, so can I roll heavy machinery?
Yes, you can.
All right.
All right, so I'll just roll stamina for me then.
Yeah, I'm gonna push that shit.
Go ahead and push it, Masters.
Oh shit.
Oh boy, Bruce. That's a lot of panics.
Yeah, well, it's one success if I don't.
God damn
lose.
it.
Yeah, Masters. I mean, it doesn't really matter because that was your second roll. You're fine. But
I mean, actually, I can push that a second time.
do you have a talent that can do
I
that?
have a talent. I can push strength-based checks twice.
Hot.
9.
Okay. So let's work this out real quick. Masters, roll your second push. Add a stress, of course.
I did add my stress. Oh, wait. I need to... Hold on. I need to...
So you should have 3 now.
Yes.
Yep.
There we go.
And we'll get to you in a second, Groose.
You take your time.
Crossbows need to
Damn
make
straight,
a
I'm taking
stamina.
time. Yeah.
Yeah!
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter because Masters just
Well done.
narrate this for us, Masters.
gonna
The first time it doesn't
say-
work, the second time doesn't work. Third time's a charm, please.
Third time's the charm. It's like I'm trying. I can't get it in the right way. I can get it in the right. I get it in again. And so finally, I manage to just get the jack under exactly the right rock. And as I lift that one up and kind of hoist it over to the side, all the small stuff around it just tumbles away because one of my stunts is I do it in half the usual time.
Nice.
So I'm going to say that as this big, it's like that rock was like the linchpin of the bulk of the rubble blocking LJ's side, and the rest of it just kind of spills away.
All
as
right.
that one comes out.
Beautiful.
And then I'm also
keep
going
going.
to say, I'm also going to take +1 to a related roll, and I don't need to roll. Well, I'm going to say I don't need to roll again for this exact situation. So I don't have to roll again to clear rubble with the heavy
Maintenance
with
check.
the maintenance jack, and I'll take a +1 to using the maintenance jack at a later date.
Super. As one of these enormous rocks tumbles off, Groose, it misses you by a hair, and you seek cover with that 11.
It's
so
a 9.
there's- Oh, that's a 9. Okay, never mind.
So I drop an item and I get 1 more stress.
Okay. You drop an item. Let's see.
Take anything but my friggin' mechanical cutting torch, please.
Speaking of, we got a random piece of gear.
Oh,
Thanks,
nice. Speaking of which,
You find a prom dress, yeah.
you don't,
right.
yeah. Well, it's not up to chat. But thank you very much to Jasper Nilsson Siren, who gave that redemption because of the amazing maps that he is continuing to bring us here on Slices and Dices. A random piece of gear. Let's see what that random piece of gear is, and to whom it goes.
If it's a perfect 100, can it be the tape?
Yeah, really.
It's only a D10, unfortunately. So yes, go ahead and Jasper in chat, let us know who you'd like to give this piece of gear to, and yeah, we'll go from there. And then once that's done, I'll roll the D10 and we'll see what happens. Yeah, and then everyone else can roll stamina if they want to help dig out LJ.
Yeah, I actually rolled one in the beginning. That was
Super.
a success.
Cool. Yes, I see that. Thank you.
I'm not gonna bother.
Cool. Yeah.
But I also see Masters just push that whole bunch of rocks around. It's like,
That's
oh,
fine.
son
Ryder,
of a-
you're yeah. And Ryder just sits down on the ground. And after about I would say a shift. Nah, yeah, it would take more than a turn. It would take more than 10 minutes. It would take you about an hour.
You know, I'll take Overwatch.
Sure. Most of the rocks tumble away. I would like you all to make air supply rolls because this was quite a stressful and athletic type deal. Summers drops 1. Ryder, you're fine because you did nothing. Groose, you dropped you dropped something, and so you're fine.
What did I drop by the way?
Good point. Let me see. You dropped.
Sorry, I was away. Do I need to make an air supply roll?
Yes, please. I think you did, although, didn't you? Oh no, Summers
before I
did.
went.
Yes, so
Yeah, not
Masters,
before I went.
please do make an air supply roll. Groose, you drop your bolt gun.
Oh, okay, I'll get it replaced. It's replaceable.
Yeah, after an hour's worth of work, the hatch of the LJ is visible.
Oh, I don't even have to cut it. I can open it. All right. Hot dang!
Yep.
Nice.
With that maintenance jack, you were able to get to the hatch.
Sweet.
All right, everybody in. Let's see if we can get this out of here.
Piling in.
Now, the entire front section of LJ is still covered with rubble. You were just able to carve out through the back, essentially.
I think he's gonna try and gun it out.
That's
Go for
the
it.
idea.
That's fine.
If this thing's got guns, I'm manning them.
Just don't blow the transaxle. All right, Groose. This, I think. Go ahead. What was that?
I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a gun as well.
Okay.
On the. Never mind. Go.
Yeah, that's fine.
I said
So-
if this thing has guns, I'm manning them, and he was saying so would he.
I gotcha. All right. At this point in time, I think if you shot the rocks out, you'd probably blow yourselves to Kingdom Come.
I didn't mean that. I meant for
No.
when we get clear, because we don't know what the fuck is happening up here.
That's a
Right.
good point.
I'm standing by at weapons in case we need to shoot something from inside LJ.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification, Clarice. All right. So, yeah, I think this will require a piloting roll just to sort of see if you can ram yourself through all of this crap here.
So, since we're buried in rubble, would you consider this being off-road?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. Even though you're
Well,
technically on a road.
I get +2 for this thing.
Okay.
Nice.
Love it.
All right, so piloting. Here's this. Just put a 2 in there. Let's go.
Come on, buddy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Please don't let that be a bad pass.
So please go ahead and roll your panic.
Okay.
10 or above and it don't work. Oh, you lucky SOB. That's a 7. It's a 7.
Nice.
Holy,
Ooh,
holy
that's
moly.
So many stunts.
Lots of
Oh
stunts.
my.
Lots of
I'm
pilot stunts.
It's
we'll
like
get to that.
basically you got a bunch of banked +1s and you get to show off.
Can
Oh, yeah.
LJ put on sunglasses as it leaps over Moon Buggy?
So it's just like, okay, this is the time, Matt. You remember that time we talked about?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So as this happens, Groose puts on his glasses. It's like, all right, we're getting the fuck out of here. Just kind of like backs up, puts the engine in gear. Leroy Jenkins, Boo! And he crashes his way out of the shaft.
And
Why
then
is Groose referencing an ancient historical text?
you all realize what LJ stands for.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god.
And now you all know. Welcome.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I'm showing off all the stuff.
Excellent. Well done.
Oh
Just
my
flips.
fucking God.
Doing flips as we're cutting. No,
He's
I'm kidding.
doing
It's not that bad.
Let me tell you what you find in the cockpit of LJ that you left behind and didn't realize that you did.
Oh, fun.
Since you got a piece of random gear, a 1. You got a another cutting torch.
Sweet. I'll take a spare.
You have now 2 cutting torches.
There you go.
All right. Well, I mean, there's my backup. I know I
Backup
left
cutting
it somewhere. Let's see. And then for stunts wise, I'll definitely, obviously, going to show off because that's what I do.
Sure.
So
I
stunt.
think everything that's left is just a +1, so you just have a bunch of.
Oh, it is.
+1s
It is just
banked.
+1. That's it. That's all there is. It's
And
just
that's 3 banked +1s. That's pretty
4
awesome.
actually.
Well, if you use one to show off.
Oh yeah, right. 3. Okay, true.
Okay.
Oh, we
So-
got another random piece of gear.
Oh my
man.
goodness. Okay, another one. Cat and 6. Thank you so much, Cat and 6. Who do you want to give that
Oh,
piece of
it's
gear
like
to?
Chat wants us to live.
I guess so.
True.
I gotta make
Probably.
the gear a little bit more expensive. Let us know whom you're giving that to, so I can dole out the gear that is seemingly found left behind as I roll the d10.
Fucking
Oh, a 10. Okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that sounds like it's a good thing.
It may be, depending on
It's the
who.
mag tape.
Hold on.
It's not the mag tape.
Damn it.
Backup copy.
Good night, Siren. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to more of your amazing work later. Masters, this one goes to. Okay.
No, thanks.
Just all sorts of hidden stuff in LJ. It's like, where was this when we needed it?
I like to think this was
Masters.
part of Mac's secret stash, and she knew where it was.
Oh, sadness.
I like that.
Aw.
Yeek. Masters, you find. Oh, that's kind of cool. You're not sure where the other piece of this is, but you find it looks like an eyepiece that smart gunners have, but it has 2 eyepieces on it, and it has like a helmet kind of thing. Maybe this was left in LJ. Maybe one of the Marines left it in there accidentally. But it is a head-mounted sight that you can link with a sentry gun.
Cool.
to remote control it.
Ooh, okay. So it's a
that's-
sentry gun remote, basically.
Exactly.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It
That
is pretty
sounds
cool.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
as LJ comes roaring out of the tunnel entrance and makes a quick, like, I don't know, like 45-degree turn, and an enormous cloud of dust just clouds up in front of you. You look, and as the dust cloud dissipates, to your abject shock and horror, you see that all of the buildings have been utterly destroyed.
How the fuck?
You see massive gashes and melting steel as if superheated by some kind of massive explosion or beam, or you're not even sure what could cause this kind of damage. The dormitories ripped open like a tin can. The refinery, all but just flinders. The minehead looks like some kind of just toy that has been just ripped apart by some evil toddler the size of a giant. The conveyor has been severed. The Mori Mori bar, just scraps of metal. And the garage and equipment shed, storehouse, and mine control are just leveled.
What
Ian?
about the Ganon fodder?
Yeah, we need to get over there.
You look
Yeah.
over towards the landing pad, and you see, to your intense sadness, that there is nothing on the landing pad but pieces of scrap metal.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
What's worse is, which one of you is closest to the back? I think that there's like a back window. on
Me.
this.
Mm,
You're closest to the bottom, not to the back.
Wait, so I think Masters was up in a gun.
Yeah, I was
Ryder
looking
was.
through it.
Okay.
Where's Ryder?
Yeah, well, I'm probably in the back.
Cool. Ryder, you look out through the back window towards the giant Grundy domes about a kilometer away, which you saw on your way in. These sort of honeycombed outside glass, plexiglass, and steel domes. And you see that there is a terrifyingly enormous set of holes in the outward carapace of these domes, and there is a black mist that is undulating out of them.
Oh, fuck this noise.
You do not see any movement on the surface of anyone.
All right, so what's the name of the ship? Where's the ship that was supposed
You
to come
look
pick
up
our
at the
asses up?
sky in the direction that you saw the hospital ship Hella in orbit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you? It's hard to see unless you have some kind of device to look
Well,
up.
no, I was asking what the name of the it's the
It's
Hella.
called the Hella. Mhm.
The Hella. All right. We got to try and find a way to get in contact and see if that ship is still out there.
Who has
the
the
building.
sort of the best sort of optical device to determine if something was even in orbit?
probably.
the scope on Ryder's rifle, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably. Ryder, make a observation.
He's at the back window, so he's just like. Wow.
Hey, you won't need to
One
make
stress.
a panic roll for that one because you've got a success. Ryder, you sort of take out your scope, wits it out the window, and look up in orbit where you think the Hella is, and you see floating in orbit just debris.
Oh my fuck.
A cloud of debris the size of a enormous Titanic building.
So that's a no-go.
All right, whoever nuked this place is still fucking here somewhere.
I.
And Mystery had to have a plan to get the hell off this place.
What do we like? Where do we go then? I mean, there's
I don't
nothing
fucking
here.
know. Let's. God, let's go. Shit! Let's go to the comms building. Let's see if there's anything left that can make contact with anything.
All right, I guess we're going that way. Drive this way. See if there's anything else. Mind Control probably has some radios. If there's anything left of it.
Over where our synthetic friend was. He could survive this shit.
That's true. Maybe he's still. Maybe there's a bit of him left.
Exactly. All we need's a bit.
We need to hurry up and get off fucking planet because God knows when the hell that tar shit's gonna get out of that mine.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I look over at the cloud of mist. I'm like, oh, I think it's already out, and I agree with you 100%. We need to get the fuck out of here immediately.
I mean, I heard a story about this this one synthetic who went through an entire battle zone just as a head. I mean, you know.
Groose, less talking, more driving. Get us over there.
We're already here.
All right.
The callbacks are strong with you, my friend.
All right. So we're over at Mind Control. I'm gonna hop out and head in and see if I can find what's left of Gibson.
Okay. You go out. You're still in your suits. Obviously.
Oh, we also have some spare air tanks in LJ. So there's at least 2 in there because we took half down.
2.
Because we weren't going to carry all of them in
yes.
there.
Let's refill.
You can do a single refill for 2 people.
I still have 3, so I'm only
I'm-
down 1.
I'd say we wait until we
Right,
really,
okay.
really need it.
Ryder and Groose, you're at
You're both at 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and look for Gibson or what's left of him.
Okay.
Okay,
Make an observation roll, Masters.
Totally my forte.
I'm staying in LJ and keep the engine running. I'm just saying.
2 successes.
Nice.
Okay. You wander through this building that has just been completely torn to shreds. And you do, in fact, find the remains of the Gibson android. He's sort of like a head and like an arm. He's been torn basically from the right shoulder all the way down under the left armpit. And there's just this look of... And his glasses are just like half on his face, completely shattered. Can't do it.
Is he in any way active? Does he have power?
No, but you could potentially with a... I think you can revive... Let me look at the... I think it's a contact roll to revive. Yeah, I think I have to find. I have to find the rules for synthetics, but I think you can make a contact roll to revive a completely disabled.
I do want to use my observation stunt because I'm looking for him and I'm also looking around this room or what's left of it.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get in past away? How do I get away? How the fuck do I get off this planet? Is there any clue in this area as to how as to a way to get the fuck off this planet?
I mean, there are no ships. Whatever that Hella
is there
provided.
information in this room or something?
I would say Gibson is probably your best bet.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna try to wake him up.
Okay.
Contact roll.
Let me double check on this, and then, well, yes. Let me just. Do you have how much do you have in contact?
I have 1.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I have 1 plus 3, so I have 4 total.
Okay, so you have more than me.
Okay.
I got 4 as well, so I mean, you know.
I can try and Groose can try. If I fail, maybe Groose will get it right.
I'm a little stressed out. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
If a synthetic is broken, here we go. Yes, a Comtech roll is required to communicate with the Gibson android.
Let's try it. 2 successes.
Nice.
Nice.
So
that's new unexpected information.
Yeah.
Is what I want for my stun.
Oh, neat. Okay. Masters, you pull a Ripley, Alien 3, and the android's face sort of like twitches, and its arm sort of just makes a jerking motion. And then its voice comes out in a very sort of monotone way. Gibson version 2.3 online.
Gibson, can you hear me, man?
Yes, I can hear you.
What the fuck happened here? Who did this? Do you know?
Unknown. Threat from orbit. Using particle beam. Plasma-based weapon.
Do you know what ships in the area would have that weapon?
Unknown.
Alright, so buddy, we need to get the fuck off this rock. Do you have any idea how we can do that with our ship blown to shit?
Communicate with UA ships in current sector.
Can you help us do that?
Align communication ditch. Offline. Currently destroyed.
So what do we do and how do we fix this?
Await rescue. Approximately 14 hours.
So let's say that there's a giant alien mist out there that wants to turn us all into mindless goo. Any way to make that happen faster?
Unknown quantity.
Do you have a distress beacon?
Please wait.
Just loading the little rainbow wheel.
His eyes have the little waiting wheel.
Yeah, his eyes just go like this. They go.
Loading.
Yeah,
Loading.
It's literally the pinwheel of death. Clearly made by Apple. He says,
Pronounce Wayland Yutani now.
well, you know,
My God, it makes sense.
they merged with Apple. The Apple merged with Amazon and Cisco to make Wayland Yutani.
The real Gibson writes on a typewriter, but that's
Damn straight they do. He does. Gibson says, distress beacon has been activated as of approximately 30 minutes, 22 seconds upon initial attack.
Can we attach a message to the distress beacon?
Affirmative.
How?
Communication with Gibson Android. I will interface with distress beacon.
All right. Please attach the following message. USCMC regulators requesting immediate evacuation. Situation dangerous. Pick us up, and then we can blow this rock to ashes.
Affirmative. Message has been appended.
And then he opens his mouth and you hear...
Is there anything else you wish me to accomplish?
I look to the others. Anybody?
Gibson, where can we get the files, everything that happened in this mine?
Unknown quantity. Please specify.
Where are your records here?
Records are kept within mind control computers.
Gibson, do you have access to Cassandra Mysteries files?
Negative. Mind coordinator mysteries. Files are restricted. Restricted.
In the event of her death, who would have access to those files?
Wayland Yutani Overseer.
Well, I think you're coming with us. I'm gonna grab what's left of Gibson.
3PO, like carrying him on your
3PO,
back.
exactly.
Nice.
Gonna kind of sling him over my shoulder for the time being. Like, if we get into a fight, I'm gonna have to put you down. But for now, let's go.
Affirmative. May I enter power save mode?
Knock yourself out. Literally.
Affirmative. Powering down. And the android shuts its eyes.
Hey,
Okay.
Ryder.
I assume I was still with the Groose.
Oh,
No, we're in the car.
I think we would have walked out by now, right?
Oh, alright.
Yeah, I mean, you
They're
guys.
back in the car with the extra body.
Yeah, you guys
You're
like
not-
open. You see the door open. It slides open. Like half of a body like flies in, and you
What the-
realize that it's an android as like the white
Oh.
spills out of the bottom of it.
I kind of like stick him in and strap him into one of the seats.
On my
Like-
my good seats. Really,
Look, buddy,
really,
I'll clean,
Masters.
I'll clean it up for you later. He's important.
Uh,
Well, I
Alright.
meant I attached a message to the distress beacon that said we're here requesting immediate evac. I don't know how much good it'll do, but that's what I got from him.
Need something, Summers?
well,
Yeah. Watch my back. I want to grab something from that dorm.
oh, you want me to drive over there? I mean, we got access from all sides now, at least.
What, you need
That's
me to
fair.
come with you, or?
Yeah, I'm going in because
Groose will drive him over as close to Mystery's room as possible, because if it's blasted out, there's probably a big old hole you can go
Oh,
through.
multiple.
Yeah.
I go into the dorm and I already know the way to Mystery's room,
Sure.
and I'm looking for was the terminal like on top of the desk?
Yep.
I'm going to look for that and look for the system unit hard drive.
Okay.
I'm following her along, but like keeping an eye out for,
Sure. Yeah.
baddies.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make an observation roll if you'd like. Actually, both of you, since you're both probably going there. Summers,
Wow.
Yeah, Summers, you do find the room very easily, or what's left of it.
Ooh.
There is literally just a hole in the ground. There's nothing left. Ryder, you do
Direct
not
hit.
see anybody.
Did I find the terminal at all? Nothing. Just ash.
There is literally nothing left in this room.
This place literally got blown to.
It's a crater.
No.
I mean, it's not like they targeted this room. Like the majority of the dormitories look like this.
I told you this mission was a fucking death trap.
Jesus.
I'm actually going to go out looking for any survivors while they're doing that.
You can make an observation roll quickly, and we can do this approximately 1 hour, do the 1 hour later time card. But I do need you guys to make air supply rolls.
All right.
I'm going to push my observation roll, and then
Okay.
I will make my...
Oh, you guys are good with your air supply rolls. Look at that.
Don't
You,
jinx
you say.
it. Don't jinx it.
Panic.
God damn it!
All right, no, you don't see anything, Masters. Unfortunately, no survivors that you can see.
But I'm down to 2 air.
All right. We
I
got 2
got-
air tanks in the back, so I mean, we got that at least.
I know. Well, I'm assuming there's air inside LJ.
There,
When he's closed up.
no.
Oh, there's not? I thought there was for some reason.
No, LJ is not an airtight environment. It's not
okay.
it's not air sealed.
Oh, okay.
Not a vacuum
So-
sealed.
Gonna upgrade that later.
So you're telling me we have to wait for another 13 hours on limited air counts as is?
We're hoping it's not 13 hours. I'm hoping the message I put on the distress beacon will get him down here faster.
Reminds me.
What is our boss's name? Again.
So you have two people above you in the chain of command. You have Lieutenant Casados
Yes.
and
Who's the dude?
and Lieutenant Colonel Hanrahan is her boss.
I'm gonna, having searched unsuccessfully for survivors, I am gonna boot up Gibson again.
Okay, you'll have to make another
Even though
contact roll.
even though he's in power save, like to wake him up, I still
I'll give you a +2.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. You also reported to Sergeant Szymborski. Good point.
Right.
Oh yeah, no problem. Easy peasy.
All right.
I have a thing when she's done.
Cool. So I'm going to boot him up. I'm going to say. So wait. So who's the guy who always gave us briefings? Was that Szymborski?
Yes. Hold on.
All right.
All right. Continuing on.
Be like, Gibson, could I add one more phrase to that rescue message?
Messages constantly broadcasting.
Can you just include one little extra for me? Szymborski, you son of a bitch, get us off of this fucking rock. Love, Masters.
Message has been appended.
And I'm taking those 2 stunts as +1s to ComTech.
Cool.
I
Okay.
had 2 stunts on observation. I want to know if there are other hard drives close by.
You are gonna say no. There's nothing left of this joint.
Not even close by, like mind control.
My control's a mess, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll a d10. Wow.
Huh.
Wow. Okay.
Feels about right.
I want you both to both. I want all of you to roll 2 and only 2 air supply rolls.
I fail them.
I know. I'm sorry.
One.
Shit.
2. Okay.
Ryder and Masters, you're down to your last air supply.
Oh, my last one.
Roll.
Sorry, that last one should have been a 1. I don't know why it didn't update. Let me do that. Oh, there it is. Wait, no, what? What's happening? Now it's all doing weird shit. Hold on. Let me roll that with only 1. There we go. That's what we're supposed to have.
Fuck.
So I still have air.
All right. So you guys are both down to 1 air. You guys get the refills.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. So I had 1 come good and then 1 panic. So this last one I didn't need to roll, but I have 1. Okay. All right.
So the good news is that after a certain amount of time, the bad news is unfortunately that your air goes down. You're not in a place that's safe, so you would not be able to relieve stress because you guys are lowering your air. You guys see a enormous amount of black mist coming out of the what's it called? The domes,
Yeah,
right?
the domes.
And just to answer a question from chat, would an hour pass when they be able to relieve some stress? It's only in safe areas that they would be able to do so.
Nowhere.
However, you are able to go up 1 if you have lost any health.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Up, I'm at full.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you're able to rest and
No,
recoup
yeah,
a bit.
but yeah, like nowhere is safe right now.
I figure best course of action is just like I would take LJ off the road and just kind of like sand right with LJ just in the tires. It's
I
like,
feel like we should
lean
probably
back.
like near where the landing pad was to make it obvious.
Sure.
Like, we are the people
Yeah.
you want to pick up.
Yeah, move them on down there. Move them on down there.
By that machine bay.
I'll put us over down here. Yeah, and yeah, we could actually
Where
check
is-
and see if there's anything left.
there's the map. Okay. I was like, I
Yeah.
had to scroll down the page.
It's just down. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So I'll be out here writing if you guys want to search this stuff.
I'm gonna go out on top of the vehicle with my pink spray paint and just spray paint. We're here.
Fuckers.
I want to look for that hover tank, or hover tread.
Okay. Make an observation roll.
You know, may I help along as well?
If you guys, talk about it, sure, no problem.
Sure.
You're like both of you guys are going out to the garage and equipment shed to potentially get that hover tread.
My fuck.
Damn.
Seriously?
You want to push that, Ryder?
Mm. You know what? Summers already has like 2 successes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that.
Yes, sir.
Then, you know, no.
What would Ryder do? He's like, fuck it.
Yeah. Go on.
Okay. Summers, you do not find the hover train.
Fuck.
But what you
it's not.
do find in your observation is that there is something else in orbit.
What?
You look up in the sky and you see the familiar silhouette of a Conestoga-class frigate.
I'm a bird in town.
Thank fucking Christ. Took those assholes long enough.
Fuck.
And perhaps 10 minutes later, a Cheyenne dropship lands on the landing pad right next to LJ.
Oh, thank God. Just
Thank
I'll pull up LJ right next to it, but
Oh, fucking Christ.
Want to go up to Groose while he's still in the driver's seat, lean over and say, Groose, buddy, I know that you and Mac were comparing, with dick measuring and shit, but you're the one left in this competition. We gotta rely on you.
I look over at Summers and I was like, shut your fucking mouth. It's been, what, a couple of hours?
You didn't stop to see it, Masters. You didn't feel him slip out of your hands. Twice.
I don't know what to say. But we'll figure it out.
The pilot over the intercom says, "Well, you guys are a sight for short eyes. I didn't think there was many left."
Yeah, we're like fucking cockroaches in here.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever works. Anyway, you just go ahead and back her on up, and we'll get you back to Tam real quick.
You got it.
By all means, the faster you go, I'm done with this fucking planet.
And it seems to be done with you as well. So as the LJ pulls into the dropship bay and it slowly ascends, you hear the engines of the Cheyenne dropship begin to whir, and the it takes off and up into space.
Guys, I didn't know it could rain on this planet.
Who's cutting onions?
You know what? I'm actually gonna look down at the entire area as we're leaving, just to see how big of a damage the explosion was.
Heck yeah, absolutely. You look down at the remains of Grandi. You just see enormous, I don't know, quarter-mile sized craters that have just been peppered all over the area of the moon base, of the domes, that whatever had the wherewithal and ability to do that is certainly not something that you've ever seen either within UA or UPP arsenals.
No way Russian can do this.
I'm just looking at Mac's empty seat.
Yeah, so you all fly silently up into orbit and dock with the Tambatam.
I wonder if the general guys still gotta be surprised that we're alive again.
Well, I mean, at least we got to have Rogers. Glad you're with us, Rogers.
Yeah, Rogers is kind of quiet, and he says, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not good in these kind of situations, but your friend, well, I should say your superior officer, he was a good man."
Yeah, he was.
I look over at Rogers and I'm like, well, at least I got one out.
Fuck.
And then I get up I leave LJ. I leave the dropship. I go back into the locker area where we keep all of our stuff. I just kind of like chuck my gear in my locker. I go to Mac's locker. I root around in the bottom, find a bottle of whiskey. I take it out. I close the door. I turn around and I say, any one of you fucking touches this locker, you have to deal with me. If anyone needs me, I'll be in my bunk getting drunk, but please don't need me. And then I walk off.
Fair.
Okay. I'm just removing the "don't shoot at us assholes" markings here. Excuse me. Don't mind me.
Well, I mean, you guys can. I guess you guys can go fuck off for some R&R, but I better go report what happened.
That's right.
Since,
It is now Groose who is in charge.
That's a bad situation. Just saying.
I am literally getting drunk in a cryopod. That is what I'm doing right now.
Jesus.
I'm actually going to put your new tokens down since I haven't changed them since you guys
Oh
left.
yeah, those are.
Oh heck.
So, as you guys depart... Oh, that's still not the right token. That's fine, I'll fix it.
Definitely an entirely different mood compared to how we last came back.
Summers is headed towards the ibuprofen locker again, and after opening it, taking a few, shuts it, and slams her fist into the locker and basically caves the door.
Woof.
With the hand, and she's just once or twice just hits it and slides to the ground, takes a few of those pills dry.
You know what? I'm probably just gonna. There's a firing range here, right?
Let's say it's not so much a firing range as it is like a firing test room, essentially.
Like a simulator.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, yeah, I'm just gonna spend some time trying to perfect my shots as is. I need to get
Yeah,
better
guys
at it,
are.
especially with all the recent monsters we've been facing as of recently.
Unfortunately, you've added one too many there, Matt.
Oh, jeez.
What'd you do?
Did you put Mac on
I
the
hit the
board?
delete button. Yeah, so I think it's worth stating Szymborski needs a debrief, Groose.
Yeah.
As you guys all come back and he says, you're one down.
Yeah. MacCauliff picked the big one, unfortunately. But where are we meeting? Are we doing this debrief room?
Damn shame.
Yeah. I'm assuming we're in the debrief room down
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Yeah, let me just get Szymborski in there. 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Szymborski and Casados are both there, actually.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, Casados is she's sort of quiet, and Szymborski, he's kind of oddly emotional. You've never seen him be this kind of like downtrodden.
Yeah. So, sir, ma'am.
Hey Raiders, what's happening? Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Yeah, I think Szymborski and Casados would sort of say, okay, spare me the details. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time. What you guys did down there, you got all those people off planet to the Hella. We're not sure exactly what happened to the Hella, but unfortunately, I've got some bad news.
Oh, great! Keep it coming.
We've been given orders to issue a tactical strike. That the Grandi colony is a total loss.
Yeah, we saw firsthand, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, we're going to have to nuke the place for a little bit. We can't afford that biohazard material from getting out.
Yeah, that's probably the best decision there is, because there's some bad stuff down there, boss. But yeah, I agree. I mean, MacCauliff would have wanted this, everybody's safety like that too. So
Sure, absolutely, yes. Sergeant MacCauliff was an honorable member of the Corps, and he will be remembered as such. Although we do not have his remains, there will be a service. You're more than welcome to help organize the rest of your fire teams. We'll be at 0800 hours tomorrow morning.
sure thing. I'll take care of the details, boss. I just some stuff happened there that both of you should know. I mean, besides the obvious biohazard, I don't know what you saw personally, but there's some messed up bioexperimentation stuff that was just nasty. Well, I can't describe it. It's weird, but
Understandable. Sergeant, please, I don't unfortunately have the time to take the entire account, but Lieutenant Casados, you said you have some pleasant news? And Casados, who's been quiet up until this time, she says, yes, thank you, Staff Sergeant. Gunnery Sergeant, you and your team have done an exemplary job. And unfortunately, due to the loss of Sergeant MacCauliff, who we will alert his next of kin, of course. And we will be granting him the Silver Star posthumously. But to the rest of you, we will be granting you the Bronze Star. And we have a special guest of honor to award you said star. She'll be, of course, awarding it remotely. But Secretary of Defense Dela Cruz, directly after the memorial service, will be awarding you and your team the Bronze Star. So I just wanted to make you aware of that.
Oh, thank you, Casados. I'm sure they'll be thrilled, and yeah, I'm honored, and it's great. It's great.
Excellent. That's all then. You're relieved. Thank you very much for your service, and we'll be contacting you and your team for our next course of action. Dismissed.
Yes, ma'am. And Groose will walk out, just a little bit sullen. He'll walk out. He'll probably, see Rhyder doing his thing. He'll walk past. Is Roger still here in the garage? By the way,
yeah. Rogers is like he's like just sort of taking all of his medical stuff off. Takes off his helmet. You see his face for the first time. And he's like I don't know, maybe 24, 23. Damn. He's a young kid for the most part. Sorry for those of you who are 23, 24. I'm just speaking of my own turn. But like he's got like sandy blonde hair. He's got green eyes. He's got a mole on his cheek. Like a decent jawline, and just like really like a sense of like innocence to him. Like he's never seen combat. It does shit to you, man, as they say. But yeah, that's Rogers.
Just gonna pat him on the shoulder as Groose walks by. Yeah, go see Casados when you get a chance. She'll tell you where to go and what we do from here. But I mean, if you want to stick, well, you kind of have to stick around for now. But if you decide to stick around, we'll see you later. But
sure, yeah, no, that's great. That's there was this guy who sort of, I don't know, he's kind of like this
enormous guy. He's like walking around. He says he sort of said just to get the fuck out of my way. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't with you guys, but I don't know like who he is. Is he one of your like Marine buddies?
You know what he is?
I don't know. He pushed past me. I think he's like down that way, and he like sort of moves his hand like towards the locker room.
Oh, I'll go to the locker room real quick.
Okay. You move down to the locker room. As you turn the corner, you hear a sort of a belch and like a laugh as you see one person who you recognize, and that's Rat Finks. He's over here actually. Rat Finks is, if you probably don't remember him, is one of the sort of other team, one of the other fire teams of Marines. And he is standing next to a guy who's about 6'2". He's a big dude. He's like 260 probably. He's got red hair and green eyes. And Patrick, tell us about this
Kulhavy.
particular guy.
Stats to come after the break. So Kulhavy, mostly you just see these huge red mutton chops into the beard. This is a burly, beer-drinking motherfucker who just looks like your typical muscle-bound pain in the ass. But he moves very quickly for his time and his effort. So if he was designated marksman, I'm probably going to go forward observer then. Although I do want to consult with the team at the break. But you see him strapping up a pistol, a combat knife, and checking all of the specs on his armor as it looks like he is freshly out of cryo. All right, where are they? Come on, let's go.
Ah,
Point me
shit.
at something.
They're not really gonna make us take. Oh shit! Like Groose just turns around and walks back out. It's just like goes back to Rogers. Yeah, just stay away from that guy. He's unfortunately, I think he's a replacement right now. But I got something more important to do, and we'll discuss it in a minute. Just as that like information sinks in, Groose just walks back out to LJ in the garage. It's like, well, old friend, I finally got to say the one line I really wanted to. And you were named after an old friend of mine. So I hope you don't mind if I make a little addendum to you, if that's okay. In addition to the LJ initials on LJ, he's going to put
Oh no.
MC.
Oh Lord.
MacCauliff.
LJMC.
Yep. I'll and just like he just puts his hand over it and it's like, I'll remember you, buddy. If nobody else will, I'll remember you.
Just saying, there's a lot of room on this thing for like a lot of initials. Just saying. You know, like you got a lot.
Don't make me do that.
When I die, you just paint it pink.
There you go.
Just the whole thing. Fair.
Nope, hot pink.
Well,
There you go.
I have a Wi-Fi password.
Yes, what I got.
LJMC AFSURH. Like, just keep going. Just keep going. Yeah.
The
312
of APCs.
Yes, exactly. I wish I could play that Cat and Six. I would unfortunately get a copyright strike, but yes. From Predator. All right. So yes, Kulhavy has joined the game. It's worth noting that you all now are, of course, on the Tambatam. And not long after this particular interlude, there is a blinding flash from the planet. There is no sound in space, even though they say in space no one can hear you scream. But you are all able to rush to a nearby window and see the vast bubble of energy and the ensuing mushroom cloud from the tactical nuclear strike that has just occurred on the surface of Grundy, ensuring all life, you know, has been wiped clean. That night, I think the four of you have some dreams. I'd like you to tell me what they are.
Just before we get to the sleeping part, I definitely would have told him about, tomorrow's,
Oh yeah. About the medals and the say goodbye. Yeah.
Right. Anybody want to go first? Anybody?
Euler?
I'll go.
Okay. Tell me what your dream is, Master. It's not pleasant.
No, I'm dreaming about my first mission as a Marine. When I was sent in to quell a worker uprising in my home colony. And seeing how we were being used as tools against people who had no defenses. People I knew, people I grew up with. And I think that while I am sleeping my very drunk sleep in a cryopod that's not even closed, my hand comes up and clenches that charred doll head that I wear around my neck as I see it smoldering in the ashes of a residence at the end of the mission when we were all heading back to our dropships. And in my head, I just keep thinking, man, this is not what I signed up for.
As you feel the dream ebbing and yourself coming back to consciousness, as you look down at this charred doll head that you sort of play with in your hands, you look at it, and the eyes blink at you. And then you wake.
I take another slug of whiskey and go hit the shower.
Groose, Summers, Rhyder.
I mean, I think Groose would probably be just running through, it's kind of one of those dreams that starts out nice, it's like, you're having a good dream, and it's just like, just thinking about like, the times he spent bullshitting with MacCauliff, like fixing the ship and, working on LJ while he was just, doing laps out there and stuff. And it's just like, man, those were some good times. And it's just like, and then it like eventually fades into the, starts going darker and darker. And it gets back to that point where in the, where we were in the mine shaft, and he just sees him fall, and then it replays, and he falls and he falls and he falls, and just like Groose is like, you're just reaching out for him, and you just can't reach him, and he just repeats and it repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats, and he just like eventually just falls to his knees, and he's weeping as this thing is replaying in front of him, and it's awful, just awful.
And Groose, as you begin to come to consciousness, the tail end of your dream, as MacCauliff falls into the blackness, and finally does not repeat. It doesn't repeat this time. There is silence from this ebon hole that MacCauliff has fallen into. Silence so thick that you could pierce it with a knife. And then from that silence you hear a chittering. And then you wake.
Fucking freaks and bugs and fuck.
Summers, Rhyder.
I'm gonna go next, or
Whatever you guys want to do.
my dream. More of a memory, actually. it's in a hospital, and there's like the loud noises coming from like, when like those loud operating like noises going on, like the heartbeat sensors, the loud whirling, all that kind of stuff. Doctors are like frantically trying to save an individual's life. I'm definitely calling out to see if my brother will make it. Nobody's really saying much of anything about like how the hell his condition is, and they're having security trying to push me out, from the scenery because, well, again, I was panicking for see if he's okay, and I'm struggling so hard trying to reach out for him. All before it just slowly like fades to white, Just yeah.
As your panic increases and then your unsureness, your best word for it. Well, the no pun intended, the stress of the situation just overcomes you. And you hear all these machines and these doctors running to and fro, and you are outside the operating room, and there's a pane of glass between you and what's going on inside, and you know that if you were just inside, that you could help somehow, that you could help what's going on, and you pound on the glass. And the doctors come over to the glass, and they take a sheet and pull it across, so that you can't see what's happening inside, but you can hear. And you hear screaming. It makes you so angry and so scared that your fingernails go into your palms. So much so that you feel like blood could issue forth from them at any moment. And then you look up at this pane of glass covered by a sheet. And a hand comes and slowly brings the sheet around. And it's a man. It's not a doctor. It's a man in a suit. And it turns towards you. It's Kent Gannon. And he smiles. And then you wake up.
What the fuck?
Summers!
When Summers dreams, she is in a dark tunnel, like the mine shaft. The ground shakes, and muzzle flashes fill the air, filled in darkness, as bullets fly past her and into her body, and she stands unmoving. And as the bullet stops, she looks around, and for a brief moment she's relieved, because she still sees everyone still standing there. But then she hears a voice. The voice of her father. And he says, again, she needs to learn her lesson. And Wayland Yutani soldiers fire again. The ground shakes further. And she manages to hold on to a crumbling piece of floor as the floor begins to tilt from horizontal into vertical. One by one, people begin to fall past. She reaches out and grabs one. It's Groose. The Groose gets loose and slips and falls into darkness. Then it's Rhyder. Grabs him by the ghillie suit. Slips again, pulls a fistful of that artificial foliage and just lets it go from her hand. Reaches out one more time, grabs it, and it's a flash of pink. But it pulls free as Masters falls, and she's holding now the front of Masters' body armor. And finally, in one last grab, she throws that away and reaches out, grabs Mac again. And when she grabs Mac, she holds tight. She looks at Mac. Mac doesn't look back. All she sees are the eyes of a freak. And those hands reach out to her. And she lets go of her hand that's holding onto the floor. And they all fall.
Yeah, I'm not going to add anything to that shit. That was fucking, ugh, Lord. It's nightmare fuel for me. Nice. All right. Kulhavy, we'll get to you when you go through some traumatic bullshit. But yeah, that's pretty good. All right. The morning dawns.
Matt, I really have to go.
Okay. I was going to take the break. And then you can go.
Okay. I thought you were going to take us through the funeral.
No.
First. I'm like, no. Okay, just checking.
The morning dawns.
Okay.
The entire ship assembles for the funeral of Grant MacCauliff. And that is where we'll take our break and come back for more. Oh, yes, more. But we'll say goodnight to Sarah. Sarah, go ahead and tell us where we can find more of you on the internets, because you got to go.
Yes, I have to go because I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. But
God bless you.
Find me on
God
the
bless you.
internet at Lovely Llama on Twitter and Instagram, where there's at least one Instagram photo of what I've been doing at work, which is why I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So go check it out.
Awesome. All right, folks. We'll be back in like 5 minutes, and we'll continue on with this bullshit where these guys will get into another mission. That's right. You thought 2 was enough? You were wrong. You were hella wrong. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, and maybe Kulhavy will join them on this one. Or maybe they won't. We'll see. All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes. See you in a little bit.
Enjoyed the dream. I've been practicing Cthulhu.
Oh, well,
Yeah, really.
we'll talk about that at the end of the stream. Hey, everybody, we're back.
Beautiful dreams, by the way.
Look, those are terrifying. I'm sure I'm not going to have any awful residues from that.
Not at all.
All right, so with that, the day
Oh, motherfucking Kent.
dawns,
No, I'll take one more.
and yeah, the entire platoon, officers included, of course, are assembled on in the hangar to pay homage and to remember the life of First Sergeant Grant MacCauliff. Whether you feel that this was the right thing to do or not, Lena Masters is not present. She was called to attention and chose not to come. Whatever the potential penalties for that would be from her superiors, she has chosen not to show. Everyone else, however, is on deck. Groose, or I should say, Staff Sergeant Gregory, you are allowed to deliver the eulogy, seeing as you are second in command of the regulators and are now in charge, essentially.
Forgive me, I don't know actually how these work, but I figured I'd start out with regulators, present arms.
Okay, all of the Marines sort of like have their pulse rifles set to single shot only, not bursts, and you're able to fire, but not at the ceiling. You'd be able to fire through the sort of let's call it the mag canopy of the outward into space.
Regulators, salute! And just like I'm assuming they'd shoot
Sure.
the thing
Yep.
because I don't know the terminology. It's been a while. So
I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, this is a military funeral. The funeral is, the funeral is executed military style with a 21 gun salute. So 7 members of the platoon line up, of which there are 3 riders, Summers, and a new member of your platoon who is named Kulhavy, who's this sort of big dude. None of you really know who he is. He's just a noob. But he sort of stands at the end. Masters is not there. But yeah, 3 out of you are there. There's also Yazzie is there. Rat Finks is there. Carvalho is there. And Wilkes is there. So the 4 of them plus the 3 of you are able to form the 7-point line and make your 3 shots out into space.
And after, I think it's. I'm not sure what the. I think it's rescind. I'm not sure what the command is, but like regulators rescind arms.
We're gonna go with. If that's not it, then that sounds hella appropriate.
Okay, and then I'll start the eulogy from there. All of you knew MacCauliff. We all knew MacCauliff, and he was a good man. Always had a smile on his face and a joke on his lips. But he got the job done. No matter what he was doing, or where he was going, he always found a way. And I'd like to think, in honor of his memory, we'll continue to find our way to do the right thing and to keep us all alive, to keep us all on the path to doing the right thing. And I know everybody will miss him as much as I did, or as I do, but he wouldn't want us to be sad. He'd want us to keep carrying on and keep doing what we do. Let's do this, regulators. We got a long path in front of us. And that's it.
Okay. So yeah, it's there's no applause, right? The platoon salutes, and then is at ease. And Casados comes over to you and says, "Well done, Sergeant. Well done." That said, we do have a bright spot in this hour of darkness, and that is that fire team has done an amazing job in their latest mission. Unfortunately, losing one of their members as a result, but having evacuated the majority of Grandi Mine to the Hella. The current position of the Hella is unknown, but we are in contact with members of the Grandi Mine who did get off-world, and we are very pleased that the loss of life was not as severe as we had originally thought. So, in service to the United America's Colonial Marine Corps and to oppressed colonists everywhere, we have a special guest who is to award you your justly deserved medallions. And then she nods over, and a tech is like punching into the terminal. And then on the main screen in the hangar, which is about like a 70 or 80 inch screen, you see a figure show on the screen. The figure is that of a she's a middle-aged woman
She's you can't really tell how tall she is, but she's standing amidst a row of computers and screens and maps. And she turns as the screen comes to life, so you can sort of catch her in her as she's sort of speaking to another member of her staff. And I will show you the handout. I'm just going to move you guys all to this app. Oh, actually, wait. I need to move Masters off the screen here because she's not here anymore. Let me just adjust this really quickly. So much needed to be done. And okay, here we go. Someone's running. Oh, uno momentito. All right, I move you now. Come on.
Just not cooperating.
It's cool. It's cool. Okay, there we go. Yeah, here's the handout. That's not the handout. Let's try that again. That was the manipulation stunt.
My God.
Yes, it's a manipulation. It's a trick. No. Hold on. Here we go. Here is the handout. All right, so here we go. This is the face that you see. It's a warm, pleasant face. She's got a little sort of she's got a lot of like nicely coiffed and ponytail black hair. Her skin tone seems to indicate that she is potentially Latina or potentially like Central American, perhaps. You know her just from their face as Secretary of Defense Almiranta. I'm gonna butcher her name. Hold on, here we go. Her name is really long, so I'm gonna go and do the best I can. I took 5 years of Spanish, so I can do this. Here we go. Her name is Almirante de la Flota Joella de la Cruz. Shit, I hope I got that right.
That's a long name.
Holy fuck.
That's her name, and that's her face. That is her.
She looks nice. She looks nice.
She looks nice, which means that she's probably a bad guy. So here we go. Yeah. No. Well, you don't know. So Almiranta de la Cruz turns towards the crew and says, "I am honored to be called today to grant second team, first platoon of this unit, known as," and she looks down, "the Regulators, forward to receive one of our highest honors within the United Americas. And that is the awarding of the Bronze Star. I would like to call you up, and you will, of course, receive this through your direct superior, Staff Sergeant Szymborski." Szymborski sort of like mutters something like, and like walks over to, surprisingly, just the three of you. Groose, Summers, and Rhyder. Sadly, Szymborski sort of looks over at you, Kulhavy, and just goes, "Clear off."
Turns around, walks out silently.
Szymborski looks over at you, Groose, and goes, "Where's Masters?"
Sir, she's currently incapacitated, sir.
What do you mean incapacitated? Where the fuck is she?
Just like Groose kind of just like looks left to right, just like she leans in a little bit. She's drunk in her cryopod, sir.
I'll just give her the middle afterwards. It's fine. We're good to go, Lieutenant. We're good to go. Lieutenant Casado says, "Secretary, you may notice that there's a name on there that we will get to first Private First Class PFC Masters. We're going to get to her in a bit. So if you wouldn't mind just holding off. And she goes, is there a problem? No, of course not, Secretary. We're just, if you wouldn't mind just making the awards for these three and then holding off on the fourth. Oh, yes, of course. Here we are. Okay. Private First Class Summers, Taiko Summers.
Yes, present.
Szymborski says, you don't need to respond, just step up. And then he takes a ribbon, which is attached to this bronze medallion about that big, and he pins it to your lapel. And he says, congratulations. And he holds out his hand.
Take it.
He shakes
Squeeze
it.
a little bit harder than I should.
He looks down at your hand and he goes, stop. He just like says it through his teeth. And then he moves over. And Secretary of Defense De La Cruz says, Private First Class Rhyder, John Rhyder. Szymborski steps over to you.
I like to imagine I just stand there for a moment in quiet thought before snapping out of it and just quietly taking a step forward.
Szymborski takes the same type of medal, pins it to your lapel, holds out his hand.
Begrudgingly shake it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just back off.
Okay. And then he nods at the screen. The screen sort of flickers for a second. And then De La Cruz says, and Sergeant... Is this right? Is this... Sorry. Apologies. Sergeant Duke Gregory. Duke Gregory.
And Groose steps forward.
Just give a look.
Yeah. And Szymborski does the same. Szymborski takes the medal. And
in the opposite effect of Summers, Groose's handshake is kind of weak. Like, just sad handshake.
Sad handshake. No, it is Szymborski sort of like looks at you and he sort of just goes, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And then he looks back at the screen, nods, and Secretary De La Cruz says, and of course, although she's not present, Private First Class Masters, Lena Masters. Thank you. Congratulations. Right. It goes without saying that, of course, there is a great loss with the loss of your Sergeant Grant MacCauliff. We will remember him in the annals of honor forever. And of course, we'll be receiving posthumously the Silver Star. You have done the Marines proud, you have done your country proud, and you have done the galaxy proud. Thank you for your service. We look forward to great things in the future. You way out. And then the screen disappears to black. All right, squad, you're dismissed. Don't forget, we're heading out. We're gonna be hitting hyperspace in about 2 hours, so please get in your cryopods. I do not need any more NDDs. And you remember that neural disorders occur when people are in hyperspace without going into cryostasis.
And he says, well, thank God Masters is already in your cryopod. All I gotta do is shut the damn thing off and turn it on, and I'll be by the end of that. Jesus Christ. All right, let's go. Wrap it up. And all the other Marines file out. Rogers takes one sort of last look at the three of you, gives a nod, and says, they're training me how to... I guess I'm going to go through basic training when I get back to base. I mean, obviously they don't just let people into the Marine Corps. I mean, right now I'm just a civilian, essentially.
Well, I mean, obviously. So, I mean, have fun in basic. Maybe we'll see you around someday, man. But just stay safe out there, okay?
Absolutely, yeah. My ride's coming, and I should be heading out relatively soon. But it's really great meeting you all, and I'm really sorry about your friend.
Thanks, Rogers.
Hey, if anything, Rogers, you've been through more shit than any of those other green fucks that are going into that camp, so...
Yeah, I know. And he looks down at the floor. That makes it any better. But anyway, so long for now. And then he walks down the hall.
So just as everybody's milling about, just looks over. It was Kulhavy, right?
Yes, sir. Donal Patrick Kulhavy, Lance Corporal.
Donald Patrick.
You're the Groose, right? I've heard stories.
Yeah. What have you heard? I'm interested to know.
Oh, nothing bad. He's gonna stick out a hand for a big, beefy handshake.
Shake his hand. He's just like
vigorous handshake.
Yeah. It's nice. Nice grip you got there.
Well, sir, I believe in doing things very effectively. I will be your forward observer for, I guess, this foreseeable future amount of time, and I'm here to help you and your sniper deal with any sort of tactical assessment that you need. And the rest of the time, I'm quieting them out of the way. Precision,
Distance.
as much as I can offer.
Really?
I mean, that's great. It's great. I mean,
I'm not as good with the tech toys as MacCauliff was, but I know my way around a pup, and I can certainly help your platoon, sir.
That's all I can ask for, man. So, Kulhavy, welcome aboard, I guess. We'll see you at the end of hyperspace, and then we'll see how you fall into the unit after that.
Understood, sir.
Get some rest. You're going to need it.
I think I've been sleeping long enough, sir. And Kulhavy's going to walk off and start looking at the data packet for getting the pups to work correctly.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Just looks over at Summers, Rhyder. How you two doing? You holding up?
For the most part. Just... I knew that place was a fucking bad news when we got there.
After our first mission, we all knew what it was going to be. So,
Fuck's
yeah.
sakes.
Just don't be the I told you so guy. All right? We don't need that right now.
Well, Groose, you know me. I'm still standing, better or worse.
Yeah. It'd take I'd say at least 5 to 6 of those big ass motherfuckers to take you down, Summers, but appreciate you still being here to keep us safe. But anyway.
I got your back. Even flipping Beauty into cryopod.
Appreciate that.
I have two things to say. As you guys sort of close out your retinue here and get ready for hypersleep.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I would like you guys to spend some downtime. And this downtime is going to be using the experience points that you've gained so far in the mission that you've just completed. I also have one question for Patrick.
Yep.
Are you modeling this after Patrick Warburton? Because goddamn, that voice was like a spot-on goddamn impression.
It's part of the inspiration for this. Is
Let
definitely
me
my
tell
interpretation
you
of that.
something about this.
Or something to it. But in the end, he's really just impersonating John Wayne. It's just a little faster.
There you go. Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right.
Nice.
Super. All right. I've given you your new token. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at that guy. How could you not love that guy?
My God.
Look at that guy.
Oh no.
Wow.
He looks like a dick.
No, he doesn't. He does not look like a dick. That means he's going to survive to the end. I mean, come on, honestly.
He's hardcore badass.
He's got the mutton chops. He looks like Dum Dum Duggan. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, he's Dum Dum Duggan meets John Wayne. That
There
was
you
my
go.
idea for
I love
him.
it.
So
I
you
fucking
nailed
love
both in the first 5 minutes.
God damn it. Amazing.
No.
All right. Beautiful things. All right, cool. So, all right.
Do you want me to tell people about this class?
Yeah, tell us. Tell us about, and then we're
Right.
going to do the experience points very quickly. If you guys want to get ready to spend some experience points. Yeah.
So the forward observer class is kind of like a scout. It works pretty well in conjunction with other team members because in this particular case, I have the ability to take the suppressed pups, which I'm going to double check the stats on with you, but I assume they're a version of the pups that we've been interacting with already.
Correct.
In addition to that, the forward observation is the only class that gets the enhanced. There's an enhancement scope. What is it called? It's on my stat sheet already. I was doing all that after my death, and basically I can use an observation roll to give bonuses to Ryder's sniper shots, which I think is a cool little addition that would allow us to have more team synergy. Forward observers tend to be reconnaissance, stealth, spies. It's a wits-based class, and observation and mobility are the two key characteristics for those playing at home. If that's the kind of thing you're looking for in a roguelike type character to play with, I wanted to give it a try.
So we've
let me
gone
ask
from bard to rogue. Okay, cool.
So let me ask you this: like, how many more bonuses would that give me?
For every success on my observation roll, you get a +1 to your rolls.
Ooh.
I mean, you know how many bonuses I get as is.
Which is why I'm going to be a dick to you the whole time.
Fuck you.
I'm so good at both of our jobs, I make you look better.
Oh my.
He's like, that was a great like Kulhavy's like, I can just see this right now. Like Ryder's like,
You're missing one over there, buddy.
yeah, exactly. Kulhavy's like,
Painted him for you.
he's like lying next to Ryder, and he's like, all right, you got wind coming out of the southeast. All right, aim 2 meters to the left. All right, take the shot. Ryder takes the shot. Kulhavy goes, God damn, that was a great shot I made.
I love it.
You motherfucker.
This is the best. This is the best ever. This is so good. I
I'm
can't
here
wait to
for
have
you.
this. I can't wait.
Ah.
All right.
I hate this.
So let's do experience points. Groose,
go.
Kulhavy, Summers, and Ryder. You guys have experience points. Please tell me what you would like to spend them on. And let's not take too much time because we do have about an hour and change left in the session. And I want to get you into your next operation.
Do you want to get the experience points for this?
Yeah, let's do that. You didn't really have that much granted you, but let's do it anyway. Sure. Here we go. Let's do experience points for campaign play. I always put them in a place where I completely forget to put them and remember them later, but I think it's in our Discord, correct?
Yes.
I believe so.
And I think I pinned it too.
Yeah, you pinned it.
Awesome. Found it. Here we go. All right. Let's count on our fingers. Did you participate in the game?
Hell yeah, we did.
Okay. Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda?
Technically?
What was your personal agenda as MacCauliff?
I mean, let my team get out alive with the information. And MacCauliff did sacrifice something.
Yeah, he sacrificed his life.
Ooh,
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one because you died. Okay, that's two.
I got that one.
All right. Did you risk your life for your buddy?
Oh, got it, buddy.
Then you don't get no XP.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right. So, count on your fingers still, folks. Did you challenge or stand up to your rival? I know you did, Summers. That was baller. I like that. Okay.
No. Keep going.
Did you make a panic roll?
Did we ever?
Did you do a barrel roll?
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll. Do a panic roll. Okay. Did you overcome a dangerous event?
Yes.
Do I ever not put you through dangerous events? Okay. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation?
I don't think on the tail end of that one.
Yes. Make a case. Make the case. Clearly, you can't make the case. Okay, moving on. I heard what? And then
Nothing.
I got nothing. All right, moving on. Did you earn any money?
No.
Never earned money.
Give it time. Did you perform any extraordinary action of some kind?
How many successes did I get on plowing LJ out of the fucking rubble?
It's like 5.
I'd say that's pretty extraordinary. Yeah. I'll say that was pretty good. Yeah.
Groose just losing it. Oh,
Yep.
just blown.
All right. So there you go. That's your total of experience for this particular section of the session.
Okay.
I think Masters got. I was counting on my fingers with Masters. I think she got 3. So I'll let her know later. But she said that she wanted to. Sarah said that she wanted to go through the rest of the session and then do her advancement later. So, with that in mind, gentlemen, you have experience points. Please use them.
All right.
What cost again?
Sure. So the cost for here we go. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Experience. Where is it?
Where did it go and where's it going?
There's just so much material to go through. Campaign play. Page 35. Clickety clackety clickety clackety. Somebody's got a big old mechanical keyboard that I love.
Oh, sorry, that's me down there.
Hell, dude, I'm gonna get you one of those awesome keyboards that doesn't make a goddamn bit of sound. Here we go, 35.
All right.
Okay, to increase a skill level by 1 step costs 5 experience points.
Okay.
Learning a new skill costs 5 experience points. To do this, you must have either used the skill and succeeded during the session, or been instructed by a teacher for at least 1 shift. I will tell you right now, you will not have 1 shift.
Fair.
Learning a talent always costs 5 experience points. It requires a day of practice and a successful wits roll. I will say again, you will most likely not have a day of practice.
So no talents.
I would say talents are off limits at this point, but skills are totally go.
Like
as long as you know it.
As long as you know it. That's correct.
So like stamina and all that.
Yeah, those are skills. That's correct.
Was there a cap on the number of the skills we can have?
I think the cap is 7.
7. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, because most people, humans anyway, don't go above 7. That I've seen. I have never seen a human above 7 anything, unless they have been enhanced, as they say.
So I did use the command, option successfully during the mission when I told that guy to calm down, and then he ended up yakking on me.
Yep.
If you remember.
Yep. I remember.
May I have permission to put points into command?
Heck yeah. What do you have in command right now?
0.
Then bring it up.
I am going to.
All right. What else you doing? Summers and Rhyder? Let's not make this a too big of an affair.
Yeah, so I can go. I can actually go. So I know that I have only survived done observation, so I'm going to put a point in that,
Cool.
and then I'm going to put 1 point into ranged combat.
Okay.
Mobility.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and stamina.
Awesome. How many experience points does that leave you with?
That is 3 points left.
Solid. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Summers. Ryder, how about you?
I'm just spending them on skill talents for sure.
Yeah, which ones?
Range combat.
Okay. What does that bring you up to?
4.
Super.
Then they're gonna increase my stamina to 2.
Great. Good choice.
And upgrading my survival to 3.
Okay. And how many experience points does that leave you with?
2.
Beautiful. Kulhavy, have you used your experience points from MacCauliff?
That's what I was just about to tell you and ask. Do you need me to train with those as well, or can Kulhavy kind of come?
I think Kulhavy could come pre-formatted, so you don't need to train, yeah.
So then I am going to have... So for the character, I've got +1 survival from the table roll for the elite enlisted member.
Okay.
And stealthy is the one I get with my class.
Beautiful.
The ones that would have equivocal of what Matt had taken past the limit and +1 tough. And with the points unspent, I'm taking remote, quick draw, and hug the dirt.
Nice.
And I think I've actually got 1 left, so I'm going to put +1 to mobility.
Great. Love it.
Nice.
Bruce, are you done?
Specifically, I put 3 points to the command because I had 18 points.
You're going to need command now that you're in charge.
I put 3 in command, and I have 3 points left over.
Fantastic. Kulhavy, how many points did you have left over?
1 point left over.
Beautiful. Awesome. You guys are so good with this. This is what we do, bruths and non-bruths and whatevers. I don't give a shit.
For the record,
Peoples.
for training observation, I am also going to climb up to wherever Ryder happens to be, Hawkeye style, in the hangar,
Nice.
and just sit there. And
Why?
Just hey,
Epic.
how's it going?
Wait, what?
Hey, how's it
Why
going?
is it... Oh, right now in the game? Fuck. Oh, shit. Oh,
Get the fuck down from there. We're gonna go into hyperspace.
where the fuck did you come from? Fuck.
Places. Just want to see if I could find you.
Okay. You do hear a soft chirp, which you know is the alert for all personnel to go into cryo before hyperspace jumps are initiated.
To the cryopods then.
Indeed.
All
I just
right.
gotta move my character to the...
Yeah. Cryopods are all the way to the southwest.
Been a while.
Indeed. Side note, while we're I'm assuming we'll get our gear loadouts on our next mission.
Exactly. Yes, you will.
All right. Cool.
I missed my ghillie suit.
Yeah, as he sees you coming, and he's already, his shirt's off already. He's hanging it up. He's next to Carvalho. He's like, "Hey, sweetheart." Carvalho just goes, "You're a dick," and she punches him right in the face.
Ha! Nice.
And Yaz is like, "Oh man, you know that. Listen, we're going into cryo. I'm gonna have a bruise when I wake up." She's like, "You deserve it, dickhead." And then she pushes the button, and Yaz's and Carvalho's cryopod begins to sort of fog up as they go into cryo. Wilkes says nothing, just sort of nods at you. And of course, if you remember Wilkes, he's the guy with the sort of scarred half of his face scarred from something that happened to him. And he just sort of nods. And he pushes the button. Rat does the same. And the 4 of you, as well as Kulhavy, who takes the cryopod that you can't see, because it's not within this particular section, goes into cryosleep. And all of you drift off to a dreamless sleep. As the Tambatam, you see the camera sort of focuses on the Tambatam as it comes out of orbit of Grandi. Sahara, actually, is the name of the planet. And lurches off into space. Then there's a title card. As we move to the star map.
Star maps.
Nothing but star maps.
Nice.
Those are retards. All right, there we go. Sorry, not that. Okay. Yes, so here we go. So you guys have just left this system here.
Oh, like there's our trail. Oh man.
Yep, that's how far you guys have gone. All over the galaxy.
Black slimy
Hell
trail of blood instead of red.
You wouldn't be able to see it as well. But besides, I'm trying to think of like the Indiana Jones red trail. Yes, exactly. Except it's just all screams.
Wilhelm screams.
Yes. All screams. And it is
Are they still doing the Indiana Jones theme though?
no, they're not. It is much to your dismay, however, that you are in this dreamless sleep, and the cryopods, if you remember from the movie Aliens, they all sort of slowly come up out of it when cryosleep ends. In this case, however, there is an alarm. And all the cryopods open in unison, and you hear, and over the intercom you hear, warning, warning, cryosleep interruption, warning, warning, cryosleep interruption. Please evacuate cryopods. Warning, warning. And it goes over and over again. And you guys look over at each other, and you're like, it's a blur. If you remember from Aliens, just coming out of cryosleep the right way, you feel like garbage. But coming out of cryosleep the wrong way, holy crap. Headaches, dizzy, nausea. In fact, so much so, I would like you all to roll a d6 and have a +2 modifier to it.
Oh, whoops. I guess I would add 2 on there. Or?
Yeah, just roll a d6 +2.
I did, but
that
I didn't
works.
add the
That's
+2.
fine. So the Groose, you got a 3. Kulhavy, you got a
Okay.
5. Summers, you got a 6.
Wow.
Yee.
Ryder, you got a 3.
You rolled. You just there. You go.
That works
There
fine.
you go.
Yep. 3
it's
plus
got a
2. So
5.
that's 5 as well. Okay, cool. So no one got higher than a 6. Okay, cool.
Is that good?
I
Who
hope
got
that's good.
Who got a 6?
Probably.
Summers did. Okay. Summers, you look around and you look at all the faces of all of your compadres. One of them is holding his head, and he's like, God, no, ow, my head. And you look over, and then he's like, and then it's just, you look, it's Yazzie. He's the guy who got punched in the face. And like, just all of a sudden, blood comes gushing out of his nose like a fountain. It's like, oh, God, oh. Take a point of stress.
Okay.
And then
Everybody or just him?
just him.
Okay.
Or I should say her, Taiko Summers.
Or sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. And then Summers, you see the blood sort of fountaining out of Yazzie's nose, and then you see his eyes like red rimmed, and he's like, "Oh God, help me, help!" And then he looks at you in this sort of like shining, like Jack Nicholson kind of way, and he just smile. He's like, and he stands up, and you feel like Yazzie's gonna come and he's just literally gonna rip your face off. The rest of you see Summers looking over at Yazzie. Yazzie does not have blood coming out of his nose. Yazzie is sitting up and just going, "Ow, my head," and he's looking around the room. And you look over at Summers, and Summers is like in shock. She's like, "Well, tell me, what would Summers do?"
I'm basically standing outside the pod and just say, "Oh, try me, Yazzie, baby."
I
And
think
I've got my hands up in a Thai boxing stance.
Okay, Summers is
Whoa,
like
whoa, whoa.
has her hands up and she's like shaking. She's like,
Summers, stand down.
Matt, I think you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I just forgot to put the thing down. Yep. Go
No,
ahead.
yeah, I think.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Right, I was in the pod next to Summers, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think see her like being out defensive. I'm gonna try to like climb on out immediately and like try to like get in front of her and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, it's fine. It's
Okay. Make a mobility roll. Make a mobility roll, Ryder.
Mobility.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, one success. Yeah, you're able to sort of like jump in front of Summers and stop her from going ham on Yazzie. Yazzie's like,
Yeah, like,
what the fuck's what's going on? Ow, my head, man. Ow,
Yeah, at
jeez.
least try to gingerly like grab her hands and like slowly lower them down. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
There's nothing going on.
You look at Summers in the eyes, and her pupils are like enormous, like dilated out the wazoo. Make just a straight wits roll, Ryder. However
Okay.
many wits you got. What do you got wits wise?
4.
Yeah, so just roll 46.
4Ds. Why is there no 4D6 option?
There is at the top.
No.
Goes up to 3, and then it
Oh, it only goes up to 3. Okay.
base dice maybe.
Yeah, you could do base dice. Yeah, that works. That's fine too. All right, no successes. You've heard of something like this. You don't know what the hell it's about. There have been rumors going around about something to do with like hypersleep and coming out of hypersleep the wrong way. That shit can go wrong with a person. You don't know how long it lasts, or maybe it's permanent. You don't even know. But this is no bueno.
We got a doctor around? Anyone?
I don't think we have any. Well, we don't we have a medical.
What happened to
android?
Rogers? Yeah.
Rogers got his ride before you guys.
Oh,
went
he's
to
out.
hypersleep. He's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's gone.
Mhm, yeah.
I mean,
Actually,
in a pinch, I do have a medical role. I could give some aid, but
Yeah, go for it.
great.
speaking of our group, how's Masters doing?
You look over at Masters. Masters got a what?
Masters isn't here. So
Didn't roll.
Oh, that's true. She didn't. I didn't. I'll roll for her.
she just passed out still.
You know what? Actually, well, she did drink a lot, but who knows how long you guys have been in hypersleep. That's a 1d6. Let's just have her roll 1d6.
So if she went into hypersleep drunk, would she still be drunk when she woke up?
Oh no! Oh no!
Great question.
Oh no! Okay.
Oh no!
No.
So Masters is just sitting there on the edge of her hypersleep pod, like grabbing her knees and just like rocking back and forth. She's like, nope,
Shit.
nope, 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 nope. Not gonna get her. Not gonna get her. Not gonna get her. She's looking around.
Masters, what's wrong?
She looks up at you like a frightened animal. She's like, what? What's up?
Master, stand down now, right now.
Make a command roll, brother. Let's see it.
I just did this, so let's see if it works. No, it does not.
Do you want to push the
will-
roll?
I will definitely push the roll. Because
Let's see
holy
it.
crap!
Yep.
There we go.
One
I'll take it.
success.
Worth it.
Say it a second time. Yeah, at first she was afraid. She was petrified. No. And then yeah, the tenor of your voice changes. And she sort of like staggers back a sec against her cryo sleep tube, and she's like, "They're out to get me, Sarge. Don't you get it? They're all out to get me. They're gonna kill me in my sleep. I can't go back in that pod again."
All right. We can discuss this later, but come on, let's go. We got something to deal with here.
We all had a redemption in chat of a bad kind. Yeah, everybody gets a stress point.
What? Those
Really?
exist?
Yes,
Go for
there are people.
Really?
Oh yes, absolutely. Stressity stress. What, you think I don't give the good and the bad? That's the facts of life.
Oh no, I just didn't know we had that. So cool.
You are welcome.
And thank you for Joel, WXMAN, who redeemed that point. Thank you very much. All right, so here we go. About 5 minutes later, Staff Sergeant Szymborski walks into. I'm sorry, no, he would still be asleep as well. So he wakes up. He's in a mood. He's okay though, as is Casado. Casados and Szymborski are all okay. Hanrahan as well. The three of them look at Summers and Masters, and they say, "Shit." NDD. Well, when we come out of hypersleep, it should end, right? Yeah, absolutely. It'll be done when they come out of hypersleep. I mean, out of hyperspace. Yes, absolutely. All right, just keep an eye on those two. Make sure they don't get out of hand, all right? Yes, of course, sir. And Hanrahan goes off to the bridge.
What the fuck is going on?
Casados walks over to you, Ryder, and says, well, it's worthwhile noting that Privates Summers and Masters are undergoing what's called neurological, actually, I think it's called NDD or neurologic. Yeah, go ahead.
I know that. I mean, everything else. Why? What the? Why?
Yes, it's neurological distortion disorder, NDD. Yes.
I'm talking about everything else that's going on besides.
Oh, yes. Well, Mother brought us out of hyperspace quite abruptly. It seems that we've received a signal from Pandora. I'm sure that Sergeant, we're gonna need a briefing for our folks here. Yes. Yes, I understand. Could you please? And then she just like mutters something and then walks off to the bridge.
I hope it's not that Pandora. I don't think that's the kind of aliens we wanted to fight before.
For the record, if I look down, what do I see? What do I see about Ryder if he's trying to like hold me back?
Yeah, Ryder. Like you look down at him, and like he looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that same sort of lanky hair. He still hasn't gotten a haircut yet.
Hey, I did.
Did you?
Like, I did, but it grows back fast.
Like, yeah, it's like the Addams Family just comes out. Yeah. No, you look over at Ryder, and like Summers, he just smells. Oh, he smells like meat gone sour.
Whoa!
What was that?
What?
Was that an effect, or was that someone's like squeaky chair?
That was mine.
No.
Sorry.
God damn! I thought that you'd like let him go. That's cool. It
I
happens.
wanted to make a big show of it.
Yeah.
Jesus, Ryder!
I'm hearing a noise through my headphones and realize that they turned the heaters on in my building, and I've got books on top of it, and I didn't just want to burn my books.
That's very kind
Totally
of you.
kind.
Yeah, we don't
Totally
want any
kind.
fires. Fires are bad. All right, fire bad. Frankenstein. Cool.
Ryder's actually part Bigfoot, according to Chad.
Well, I mean, he's got that musk. He's got that, that musky smell.
He's a skunk ape. Great.
Is,
Awesome.
Often seen alone in the woods, blurry shape.
Always.
Does Yazzie still look red rum to me?
Yeah, he still does.
I'm going to try to push Ryder out of the way.
Okay. Make a stamina roll.
Stamina.
Oh, that's
I'm in a panic.
yeah. Roll your panic. I don't think that probably will matter very much. Yeah. No. Yeah. You just sort of like Ryder. You watch as Summers, in her amazing strength, just sort of one hand shoves you across the room and goes right at Yazzie. Yazzie's like, "What the fuck?" And then like he lurches out of the way, and everyone's like, "What?" And it's total pandemonium. Like all of the Marines are going total apeshit. They're like, "Holy shit! Summers is on a rampage!"
Just like as that's happening, Groose. I mean, is Groose busy with Master still, or does he see this happening too?
I think he sees it happening. It's all happening in the
Okay.
crowd, dude.
area.
Master, stay here. I gotta go deal with Summers. And just like as I'm assuming as Summers just lunges for him and misses, just like as she turns around, I'm assuming lunge for him again.
Yep.
Groose will tackle her as this is happening.
Okay, we're just gonna put everybody in the approximate area that they are. Like,
Yeah, I just throw a big ol' like front thrust kick right through Yazzie, and I hope he dodges. To be honest.
Oh,
we're gonna find out. Let's see. With attacks of this kind, this is an unarmed attack. So I think you have one of those unarmed attacks. If you don't, that's fine. So just make a
Close combat.
close combat roll. Yeah,
Can you move us over to that map too?
I sure can. I move
Good.
you back to the map.
can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I just
One
wasn't sure if
success.
I had said or not.
Oh wait. Oh,
Bonk.
I thought I was in this pod right here. Oh well.
Oh,
Oh, you were. I think
Yeah.
hey, yeah.
Yeah.
What the?
I was.
Oh.
I was down here with
Yeah,
with Summers.
Masters was over here too.
I
Oh,
was
with
treating
Master
what's his
Master was
face
down
broken
here.
nose, so that's Rathink, right?
Cool. All right. So,
Where would I be since I got tossed?
let's put you over here,
God.
right over there. Right?
Oh.
Yeah, she just went woof and threw you against the lockers.
Ow. Dent.
Yep. All right, close combat. So yeah, bam, success. You hit Yazzie square in the stomach, I guess. Where were you aiming?
Yeah, I was aiming for the like chest stomach area.
Yeah, yeah. Yazzie's like, he's unarmored, so he doesn't take any armor mitigation. So he just takes a point of damage, and he's like, oh fuck, man, coughing on the ground. Carval's like, stop this shit! What the hell's going on? Rat is like chuckling. Masters is just like rocking back and forth, occasionally looking over at Groose, like she's still like out of it. And Wilkes just stands up and walks towards walks out of the cryotube area, out of the locker room, towards the outfitting room. Yeah. How about you? Kulhavy? Am I spelling it?
Kulhavy.
Kulhavy.
Kulhavy, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I am mostly just. I mean, I see everybody else just kind of break stuff up. I'm not as invested in making jokes and trying to disperse the tension. I'm seeing that the fight is pretty controlled right now. And I'm not sure how to break this up. And Groose is the designated one in charge in Kulhavy's eyes. So he hasn't been ordered to jump in yet. He hasn't been ordered to do anything. Taking initiative only happens outside the battle, out in the battlefield.
Right now, it's like a brawl. Right, there's no sergeant. The only sergeant on site right now is Groose.
Yeah,
and his orders have gone a little sideways, to be perfectly frank with you.
Groose will actually try and pull Summers off of him at some point, because this not just gonna let him beat him to death.
Yeah,
obviously.
sure.
So it's just like just off.
Yeah, make a stamina roll. Let's see what you can do here.
Stamina. All right.
I'd say yes. He's probably like right.
Success.
Cool. Yeah, you with an enormous, perhaps just like you're just low to the ground, Groose. You just like
lower center of gravity.
Yep, absolutely. Lower center of gravity. You just plant your feet, wrap your arms around Summers' waist, and just pull her off of Yazzie. And she's just kicking and punching and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Summers, I need you to relax.
Summers.
Shout out the fucking poltergeist over there.
I just don't look at him. Just turn around. Don't look at him. We'll deal with it, okay? I don't know what's happening, but we'll deal with it.
Wilkes walks back in the room with a long black stick with two little metal prongs on the end of it.
See what it is.
Yeah, you see what it is.
From where you are, like, you're probably the first person to see it.
That is a stun baton?
That is indeed a stun baton. And Wilkes is like...
Yep.
And he sighs, and he walks over
Is that really necessary?
to Summers and attacks with his stun baton.
Wait, no, I got this! Never mind.
Do I see him attacking me or attacking Groose?
He attacks you.
Okay.
All right, so that is a stun baton. I want to see what's the I think what's the bonus? Is that a 1? A stun baton? I gotta take a look.
I believe it's in, what is that, in other weapons?
Yes, stun baton is a 1/1.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Engage drained.
Cool. Here we go. And he will push the roll. He misses the first time. It's like you swat it out of the way.
And it's like, no!
I know I'm going against the rules here because NPCs technically can't push, but fuck it, because must stop.
Story reasons. There you go.
There we go. All I needed was 1 success. And then you just see as he sticks this stun baton right into Summers' leg. And Summers, you are stunned.
And Summers is like
the rolling thing.
Nope, you're just stunned. That's the way it works.
Okay.
Summers
No damage.
Is like Summers is like a foot and a half taller than I am, right?
Oh yeah,
Something like that. So just like falling back.
yeah. Luckily, it didn't like go through Summers and into you, Bruce.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
like because you were holding her. So technically, technically,
I'm not
you're like
touching her though.
well, don't touch someone who's got a taser on. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, probably not.
For reasons. All right. So Kulhavy, Rhyder, and Groose, you watch Summers fall. Masters is rocking back and forth, although she's slowly coming out of it a little bit, but she's still kind of jittery. And Summers, you're not unconscious, but like the world is spinning right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have a situation due to your neurological distortion disorder.
Right.
The situation is that you have paranoia. You are convinced that someone or something on board the ship is out to get you.
Cool.
That is your choice. At this point in time, you have multiple suspects. But the effect lasts until the faster than light travel ends, which may very well be quite soon. As you hear over the comms, the voice of Sergeant Saborski say, "All right, assholes! Get yourself into the briefing room. Let's go on the double."
Groose just like looks around at everybody. Well, you heard him. Get going. I'll take care of this.
You'll be all right.
Yeah. Actually, Kulhavy, can you,
Yes, sir.
Can you drag Summers into the briefing room, please?
Absolutely, sir. And
Just make
Kulhavy
sure-
will pick her up.
Make sure she doesn't look at what's his face though.
What do I roll to do that right?
I think you don't have to roll a thing. That's fine.
Right.
Yeah. But who did she punch again? Sorry, the names.
Yazzie.
Yazzie. Okay, so just make sure she doesn't like go after Yazzie again. All right, can you do that
Okay.
for me?
Absolutely, sir. And Kulhavy will make any observation rolls you need to kind of keep the two children separated.
That's fine.
Much appreciated, Kulhavy.
Absolutely, sir.
You hear Summers muttering, "I'm gonna fucking rip his head off if he messes with any of us."
Jesus. And then Groose will walk over to Masters. It's like, come on, Masters, we got to go to the briefing room. We got stuff to do.
Masters complies. She's like slides off the cryopod and just sort of like hugs herself, and then she just like stiffens up. She's like stomps her feet. She's like, All right, let's do this shit. Come on.
You
let's
good?
go. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Let's do this. Come on.
All right. Groose will walk with Summers over to the. Masters over to the. I did it. I'm doing it too now. Dang it. Groose will walk with Masters over to the briefing room, and hopefully everybody will be there by the time we get there.
All
But
right.
assuming it might take a second for her to do all that. So.
Yeah, you guys can walk on over.
All right.
Yay, briefing room.
The briefing room.
Not exactly what I had in mind for.
Good morning, everybody. Well, not so good morning for some, but you know.
Zimborski says, all right. Get your asses in these seats. Come on, let's go. If you haven't already noticed, we are still FTL. And he, like, looks over at Summers, and then slowly, as Masters, like, walks in the room and sits down, he's like, are we all okay?
For the most part, sir, we'll keep him in check. We got people, and we have the situation is contained. We will keep them in check. Proceed.
He says, all right. Thank you very much, Sergeant. He sighs and he says, Lieutenant, you want to do the honors here, or shall I? Lieutenant Casado says, no, of course, Sergeant, by all means, go ahead and brief our guests, shall we? Yes, of course. So, Marines, as I said, you are still FTL. You will not be returning to your freezers. We are about a day's travel from Anisadora colony on Pandora. The planet Pandora, as you very well know, is a home to many disparate peoples throughout the galaxy, and it is the site of one of our research facilities, the Gahol God Institute. But Anisador Colony, from what we understand, is under UPP attack. And I need you ready to drop ASAP. We are missing 2 code breakers from the Gahol God Institute. Doctors Deol Chala, sorry. Can't pronounce his name right. Fucking hell. Yeah, Dr. Chala. C-H-A-W... Shit. C-H-A-W-L-A. Chal... And Casado says, yes, Deol Chawala. That one. And Velma Liu. Their work is vital to operations across the borderline region. Last week, the docs packed up their work and shook their handlers for reasons unknown. Intel says they never left Adagia Island, but their location was leaked. And now Union boys are sweeping the island for them. So, when we arrive at Pandora, we'll rendezvous with the Heinlein and the Tunku Along, currently in orbit. The Heinlein's got evacs and troops spread across Adagia to push back the UPP, and the Tunku Along's got spec ops combing the beaches for our eggheads. The colony's being evacuated out of the island's only spaceport, which is called Morgan's Bluff. Now, Mother says there's a high probability that the doctors are actually going there. So I'm sending the 5 of you. The spaceport is an easy target for long-range fire from the UPP ships. So put up a PB phalanx to shoot down incoming bullshit. All right? Now, I'm told Spec Ops are already there at Morgan's Bluff, bitching about wading ass deep through 1,600 evacuees or some nonsense. Now, it doesn't matter to me what they fucking think. They're going to do their jobs, and so are you. Except you're going to do better than them. Don't let our code breakers board just any transport and disappear. All right? Secure them and their work, and hold Morgan's until we can extract you. I want you ready for launch as soon as we go sublight. You hear me? Any questions?
What's the terrain like there, sir?
Well, I can give you all the information on Anisador and Pandora right now. And he like grabs his data pad and goes, and like on the screen, you see another handout, which is the planet of Pandora in the GL849 system. You'll see that it is actually a frontier system, just as the one that you have been on. Imagine that you're on the frontier. It's not like the campaign's name or anything. It is affiliated with several different types of systems. It's mostly independent. There are 2 different main affiliations, though. There are 2 corporations that really have their sort of foothold there. One is the Jingti Long Corporation, which is a manufacturing corporation, and another one called the Hyperdyne Systems Corporation, which makes, or used to make, androids.
Terminators. Yes.
Cyberdyne made that, but that's okay. We don't talk about that. This is classified as a terrestrial planet in that there is breathable air, sphere. You'll see that it is a tropical planet, tropical weather. Not so much like the one that you went to originally, which was called O'Bannon's World. O'Bannon's World was literally just the entire planet was jungle. This is a think of what's the best way? Well, they're islands. They're islands in the Pacific. So think of
like Hawaii.
Yeah, except like more like God. Rogue One. Remember Rogue One?
Scarif.
There you go, Scarif.
Yep.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful when you're not being shot at by UPP soldiers. So the mean temperature is 33 degrees Celsius. Now, I'm a Fahrenheit kind of guy. So
Translation says
I'm gonna defer to Google. Anyone? Bueller?
I'm not that fast.
Hold on, let's see. Hold on.
I assumed you were already searching it since you
Let's see.
mentioned that.
Well, I've got my phone. I've got the
91.4.
There we go.
Okay.
That's not like awful. It's not like 105 degrees in the shade, but it's a dry heat,
Oddish?
right?
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Is there a?
Yeah, Hawaii.
I'm assuming there's too many trees for a LJMC now. Huh?
So, I mean, let's go through the rest of the planet, and then you can make your decision from there.
Okay.
It's mostly vast oceans, lava rock cliffs overlooking rainforest valleys and subtropical beaches on active volcanic island chains. So yeah, Hawaii. Sort of.
This really beats a desert moon.
Alien Hawaii. There is one colony on Pandora, spread across the main archipelago on the islands. Adagia is an island, Pithos is another island, Guomul is another island, Kylix is another island, Long is a fifth island, and Darwin is a 6th island. So among those 6 islands, there is a single colony that goes across all of them. The main stay of the people, however, are on Adagia Island, which is where Anisador colony is. There are 4 million colonists and 250,000 transients spread across the planet. The key resources: comatite, which is a mineral, aquaculture, mariculture, exotic live exports. I don't even know what the hell that means, but it doesn't mean what I...
Exotic pets, probably.
Yeah, it could very well be. People love...
Fish for aquariums?
Yeah. Mariculture means...
Chocobos?
Yes. Jesus Christ, yes. This is totally the planet where Pikachu come from. Absolutely.
I was going to say, are we dealing with Gungans here?
Oh no!
You used to think we were gonna die? Yeah. Here we go. And bio research. So that's Pandora.
Always bio research.
Always
Every
bio.
time.
Is it gonna have those annoying ass blue alien like?
No.
Listen. That is a different universe entirely. Whether or not that has been merged into this universe, that is up to the author. But here we go.
Everything was fine on Pandora until the Fire Nation attacked.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay.
Don't worry, guys. Mac might be dead, but Patrick's still
Thank
here.
you, Patrick. Yeah, Cat and Six saying absolutely no spacesuits No spacesuits. There's that.
We got our
Yeah.
standard armor back, which I think is better than what
Drowning
we had.
instead of suffocating. It's perfect adjustment.
And other things that Cat 6 has said, Alien Hawaii doesn't sound that great. I think it's the alien.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
not wrong.
Alien Hawaii.
because now we get swimming face huggers.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
no! Oh no! Wait, can they swim?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
so
God, they can swim.
here we go.
No, but I'm not excited.
Pandora, simply identified as simply Pandora on some star maps, the lawless Anisadora colony is located at the furthest edge of UA and ICC governed space. There are no police or
Lawless?
colonial security. On Anisadora, everyone is on their own. The local government is an ineffectual confederation of power grabbers rife with infighting. Mostly oceans with an archipelago of volcanic islands, the exotic planet is teeming with uncatalogued life forms. Many former cooperative citizens chose to settle here, and the inhabited areas are crowded with over 4 million colonists. Anisadora has garnered corporate interest as of late. The Jinkti Long Corporation is building floating artificial land masses that link the main islands of the archipelago together over the water. And Wayland Yutani has set up biodiversity research laboratories on the more remote islands. Hyperdyne and several other corporations have begun sending expeditionary forces into unknown space beyond the colony. Such exploration initiatives haven't been seen since the Wayland era.
So like, if this place is like, it seemingly sounds like a paradise, right? Like some kind of vacation place.
Oh yeah, definitely vacation.
Why the hell would UPP be interested in attacking it? Like,
Good question.
Yeah.
Great question.
They want the dudes with the information.
It's very likely that the two doctors who have gone missing may have some information, as you can potentially surmise from the fact that Szymborski is putting a lot of import on their retention. Yeah?
So something's going on there, though.
Hells yes. Okay, so the next day is spent coming to grips with this information. If you guys would like to take that time while I run to the bathroom and discuss, please go ahead and do so.
The face huggers run around like hermit crabs with space coconuts on their back.
Or they dance across the water like those little lizards that can run.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
those are-
You're not
Oh,
thinking
no.
terrifyingly enough here.
Oh
Plus-
no.
Plus, if there's floating facilities, that means that some of them are going to be in the water, which means we're still going to have to deal with potential separation of tanks and being trapped in tiny confined spaces. Everything about this is a terrible idea.
Is now a bad time to mention that Groose can't swim?
Oh, great.
No, I'm kidding.
All right.
What do you think
so,
a Spartan can do to Kython?
a smart gun will just turn it into a personal life raft if we separate some of these little tank containers.
As far as I'm aware, a ghillie
Kython,
suit.
Mad Mage, anybody?
Oh my fucking
Oh, right.
God.
I mean, it might do a little better than what we were hit with, but I'm just saying.
All right.
I don't know. They're not
Iron's
magical
idea.
bullets, though.
I like Iron's idea about an amphibious LJ.
I do like
Yeah.
that.
I don't think I can do it in an hour, though.
Well,
Or a day, excuse me. I have a day. I don't know, maybe.
A day you might be able to, but we should
Well, that's-
definitely be thinking about formations to best cover in tight spaces,
Yeah.
and or figuring out a lot of
Okay.
stealth and recon in advance. Because depending on how big some of these islands are and how spread out this mission's going to be, we're going to want to be very precise and particular about how we want to go about some of this stuff.
Fair.
I'm not gonna be needing a ghillie suit, right?
I
Let's-
think you should, because that would allow you to float on the water in some sort of like little life raft or just below the surface with a little breathing tube. Oh, can we get any sort of like underwater gear like snorkels, breathable tanks?
So yeah,
Because the
let's
ghillie
talk
suits
about, since you guys are verging into that category anyway, let's talk about what kind of gear you want to requisition from Mother.
Yep.
Can we convert LJ into some sort of hoverboat
Amphibious vehicle.
or submarine?
No.
Can we get a submarine?
No,
Can we get a James Bond car?
I'll think
I
about it.
forgot.
Can we
have
get
that,
scuba tanks?
You know, I completely forgot I have that fancy ass watch.
Mhm.
Sure. I'll tell you what you have to bring with you. As Szymborski mentioned in the briefing, you must bring some kind of a point defense weapon called a particle beam phalanx, or PB phalanx weapon, which is a UA 102-20 model, which is about, let's call it like maybe about a 14 or 15 foot long particle beam weapon, which has to be deployed on site in order for it to take out potential incoming artillery, aka the bullshit that Szymborski was talking about. That could be fired at the. They could be fired at the base.
So it's like anti-vehicle.
It's more of an anti-aircraft weapon.
Yeah.
We'll have Masters name it when she wakes up.
Is it on a? Is it on like a wheelie thing? Because then we pull it, or because we can't carry that thing. That thing is way too heavy.
It would take 2 Marines to carry it.
Okay. That's mildly inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Summers Masters combo could probably carry it, but they're both a little wacky right now, and I don't think I want to trust them with the hardware.
Bad rolls.
Oh, God.
So as far as I'm aware,
okay, so we
we
need
don't
to
need the
bring
pressure.
that and set it up. We need to find the 2 of them, and we need to, under the authority of our commanding officer, Michael Ironsides, do so better than the Black Ops and faster?
That is correct. Spec Ops is on the beach currently, looking around at Morgan's Bluff currently for them. I heard a question from our friend Ryder. Go.
Alright, so since we're gonna be replacing the pressure suit, right, from the previous mission, any kind of armor we're gonna be
Yeah, I mean, you're outfitted with your normal M3 armor, which gives you an armor of 6.
Which is good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would it make more sense? Maybe not based on temperature.
I feel like there's a plan formulating at least. All right, so we get in, we set up the turret, we send our 2 great scouts that we have now out to look for these people. We locate them. We leave people to man the gun in case something happens while we're out, and then we go pick up the dudes, bring them back, and then we're good.
That's pretty accurate. Except for the fact that the Tambatam is going to drop out of sublight, and I mean, you're not quite sure what the situation is after that. That's the plan, right? The plan is pretty decent. Like keep the Tambatam in orbit, and then if the UPP are there, oh boy,
Yeah, I mean, if they are there, we're gonna have to, maybe we have to kill a couple of people, but as far as everything else, I think I'm gonna get my regular. I'm gonna need some electronic tools just in case.
Yeah.
As far as my standard loadout is going to need my bolt gun, my cutting torch, my maintenance jack, and electronic tools because I want to have everything covered in case I need to do a bunch of different stuff. And
when you got the bolt gun, did you get the bolt gun from Mother?
I mean, I can get one from like the
because I think you got a
maintenance.
Yeah, I think you can go to the maintenance bay, but the bolt guns are not necessarily the same loadout that you would give a Marine. Like you wouldn't give a Marine a bolt gun, right? I mean?
No, yeah, I know, but I mean, like, well, I mean, so I can just go get one. I don't need to ask for it then.
Essentially, yeah, essentially correct. Yeah. It's strange to like, it's basically like, here's the thing with a bolt gun, right? Unless you're using it like as you would if you were like, I don't know, a technician, a bolt gun would not be considered to be like a copacetic weapon for a Marine. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be. It's not for when I'm taking it. It's not for use as a weapon, but I can use it as a weapon if I need to.
Listen,
but the point is
I got you.
Go ahead.
If you want to use it, that's totally fine. I would say since you're, well, you know what, you're using it for LJ. Fuck it. That's fine.
Or other heavy machineries that I come across that I might need to fix.
Fair,
that's the whole
fair.
point.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go with it. You got it.
Okay.
I'm hand waving. This is my hand. I'm waving it.
So,
Wave back. Thank you.
So ghillie suit, yay or nay?
Yeah, I'd say take it.
I would say yes.
Okay.
if we're going on extensive recon, yeah, you're probably going to need it.
We also had. It looks like I missed a couple things. I missed a random piece of gear.
Oh.
Given out from Little Osboy.
Do we want to look at any sort of other, like, I know, isn't there an environmental poncho in the manual? Because I was just flipping through for character creation.
Yeah, there's a couple of different things in there.
I would also love to request 4 pups.
4 DM.
Well, listen, the first one broke the minute after I turned it on. So Patrick, the player, is going, if they're that vulnerable to shots and shit, we should at least have backup.
So
that's why you get the suppressed one.
Yep. Pups are Wayland Yutani specific gear. They're not gear that's given out to the UA Marines. That's why Kent Gannon had one, and you found them amongst some of the material for, like, I guess what would happen, the reason why you found it in the mine was because the individuals who were down in the mine were also, to some degree, also employed by Wayland Yutani. This is not something that you can just, unfortunately, just get. But it's on the list of items. Hey, you know what? Maybe you'll get it from this roll. Who knows? I'm gonna give a roll 1d10. And I think it was.
I forget how many reloads we had standard. I think it was 2 or 3.
3, I think.
It's 3. That's correct.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm gonna roll a d10. A pup is I think a pup is a 4. So here we go.
Okay.
Nope, it's not. Okay, so you do not get a pup. No pup for you. Instead, you get.
I forgot my watch gives me a +1 survival.
It does, but only in certain situations. Here we go.
It tells the time.
It always tells the time. Whether or not that time is right, it depends. Because, different worlds, different time zones. Here we go. Here we go. You get a high beam flashlight.
In case we're in the dark, it'll work.
It removes the effect of darkness in a zone. In a single zone, it removes the effect of darkness.
Okay.
Darkness.
So you can give that to whomever you'd like. That was the gift from chat.
So then, just for clarification, with the suppressor pups in the forward observation gear, let me double check on the
suppressor pups.
Yeah, where are we here?
That's like your standard gear that you have.
Yeah, in the standard gear that I have.
Okay.
I guess the question is how many, and is there a difference between regular pups and suppressed pups? Does it make less noise? Is it stealthier?
Let me look in the gear.
Because I don't see it.
It might be in the colonial. Which gear are you looking at? Are you looking in?
I'm looking in the Marines. Yeah.
Okay. It might be in the main core rulebook. I'm looking myself right now, and it's called suppressor pup.
Suppressed pups is what's listed as in the Marines handbook for marksman. For forward observing.
I forgot I have $200.
Well, you better use it.
Yeah, really.
What? Where's the
Snickers? Oh, the Snickers.
Okay. I don't see it in the main core rulebook. Let's see if I find it in the other room.
It might be in the CMOM.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Because I think that's where that originated from. Because I don't think this thing existed before CMOM happened.
Europe might be. Yes, here we go. I have found it.
Aha.
Yeah.
Suppressed. No, it's suppressed scope rifle. Suppressed pups. And yet, there is no mention of said suppressed pup in the book.
That's why I'm confused.
Wait, let me just look for pups.
I've only got 5 listings, and all of them don't give a description or an actual thing.
Let's take a look. Passive pups. Here we go. Sometimes even maybe a suppressed pup is a passive pup. The forward observer will utilize enhanced vision gear, a silenced motion tracker, and sometimes even passive pups to locate targets for the dedicated marksman to eliminate.
Oh, so it is a passive pup. It's just misnamed, I guess.
Yes.
Weird.
Here we go. And forward observers use suppressed pups to coordinate targets for either your sniper or an airstrike. Go. Pups. A parameter. I love the fact that I didn't even know this. A pup is short for parameter uplink spectrograph.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's why it's pups device.
So
Pups.
they're okay. So they're not necessarily what I'm thinking of as the little Luke Skywalker training drone.
They are. They're like
Nightbot.
they're little metal drones that go and they're active. The active ones like will go through a certain area, like they did in
Yep.
in not Covenant.
4.
What was the other one?
Wasn't it Aliens?
Prometheus. It was in Prometheus.
Oh, Prometheus.
Yeah, it was in Prometheus, right? And it went in and mapped the entire internal section of that spaceship. But I think that suppressed pups, although I don't see a description here, seems to have an indication about what targets are available to be sniped. So I feel like just the word suppressed means that like you wouldn't hear as they sort of float through the area. They would be silent.
Cool.
That's my feeling. I could be wrong.
Would I get one of those?
Is it in your standard loadout? It looks like it.
Yes, it is.
Then yeah, absolutely.
And this description of in my marksman that you just read, full spectrum scopes and silenced motion detectors.
Mm-hmm.
Would that just be like readouts on the armband? I could like.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So you wouldn't hear like bing, 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 right? Because that would give away your position. Instead, the silenced motion detector would be like just the little dot.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then the spectrum thing fascinates me. I don't know what entirely it means right now. I would assume it's mostly like infrared and thermal stuff for setting up the sniper shots.
Yep. That's correct.
The same, yeah, the spotter stuff.
Yeah.
But it could come in handy, Predator style. In a
Sure.
pinch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Cool.
I wanted to. Yeah. Cool.
All of this is good stuff. I'm loving it.
So then let's assume one pup.
Yeah. One pop.
One pup. All right.
Any questions from you, Groose, or you, Summers, or you, Ryder?
I got nothing.
Super. All right. If you guys are all outfitted and ready to go, the ship lurches to a halt. Hold on, let me give you a little
Y'all got
music.
that music for me? Yeah.
Lion music?
Aloha death. Aloha death.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. So, the Sherp lurches to a halt, and we see the camera as the ship just sort of like as all hyperspace spaceships come in from the blackness of space. Immediately, those of you who are on the ship as it comes to a halt, like the first thing you do is just throw up. It doesn't matter that you've come out of space, hyperspace, before you've woken up. This is the reason why you go into hyperspace in the first place, or hypersleep in the first place, because coming out of hypersleep when you're not coming out of hyperspace when you're not asleep is a jarring fucking experience. But what is even more jarring to you is the fact that as you look out the porthole window at the beautiful blue and green world of Pandora, that there are other ships in orbit.
Shit.
These ships are ovoid, egg-like, you would call them.
Ooh.
The outside of them is painted with a silver and red paint scheme. And you remember that one of these ships, just one of these destroyer-class vessels, was enough to make the Tambatam fight for its life just over O'Bannon's world. However, as the ship lurches to a halt and the lasers start to flying, you see that the Tambatam is not in combat against one of these UPP destroyers. as the alarms start to blare. Hold on, I have to give the alarms.
Sound the alarm.
Sound the alarms! Because the shit has hit the fan.
Beacons are lit.
Here it is. So yeah, super alarms going on, and explosions, lasers flying back and forth, and you hear, warning, warning, UPP forces are en route. Warning, warning, UPP forces are en route. And you see little space fighters flying to and fro around this immense battle. And let's see if I can give you a handout. Yeah, the handout of this battle. Hold on, I've got it here. I might have to grab it from the... yeah, let me just grab it from the art. And I think we might be stopping right there tonight as you guys watch this crazy-ass battle happening.
Jesus.
And, yeah, hold on, let me just get the art.
I love art.
We know. Here it is. I have found it! It's just enormous, and so to drop it onto the page, it's probably going to cost me 30 seconds, but let's do it, because hells yes. Yeah, I'll just drop it. Oh, it's too large. Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Maybe I can
picture
Been better.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe I can save it. Where could I? How big is this thing? How big is the art? It's too big. It's 16 megs. Damn it! Just 1 meg over.
Damn it, Megs.
Damn it, megs. Let me see if I can save it as a GIF. If I save it as a GIF, it'll drop it down. Give me 20 seconds. Let's see how fast I can do this. Yeah, because PNGs are always enormous.
No. Where's we need Sarah.
Oh yeah, now it's only 2. Now it's only 2 megs. Here we go.
Hey.
It's all just us running for the nearest dropship.
Yeah.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't even have our good ship anymore. It's imploded.
Yeah, now you're just gonna have to go down on a regular ship. That's cool.
Oh, it's a rental car.
It's gross.
Fucker.
Hold on, let me find this damn thing, and I'll throw it on the.
We need to repaint this thing again.
All right, here it comes. It's uploading.
Is it here yet?
It's uploading. Here comes the art, and it's too big.
Ooh.
Yes.
Whoa.
Cool.
Look at that.
I told you it was fucking worth it. Look at that.
That is
Beautiful.
huge.
Woo.
Look at that artwork, guys. So, as you can see, your friendly ship here
Decimated.
is there are massive laser beams that are flying, and hell, looks like you guys are in for a heck of a fight, as you are immediately told by Simborski, "All right, Marines, get your asses down to that planet right fucking now!"
Regulators, move out!
And that's where we're gonna end the episode. Boom, right there. It's like a Starship Troopers episode.
Sorry if that was loud. I apologize.
No, I love
Good.
it. I love it. I love it.
Good.
All right, super duper. That was it, guys. So, amazing episode. Thank you so much, as always, for those of you who hung out with us in chat, and who will be seeing this, of course, on the YouTubes later. But let's go ahead and go around the circle for our sort of goodbyes and check out and see where people are doing on the internet. So let's start with Groose, aka Iron Wolf. James, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at IronWolf616, and I post various stuffs Mostly video game stuff. Sometimes I post models, and I actually made some new ones. It might be somewhere over there that you can't really see, but
I guess you're gonna have to see them on Instagram, like when you put them up on Instagram. Nice.
On Twitter, at least.
Or Twitter, whatever.
Because I don't have an Instagram. Not yet, but we'll get there.
All right, cool. I can't wait to see it. Moving around the horn, let's go to Jonathan. Jonathan, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at freshly_zested and on Instagram at blue4orange, where I have relatively recently posted a new thing, and it is a gorgeous brisket. Watch the video; it speaks for itself. And you'll, I think, you'll find me tomorrow. Doing something.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna plug the hell out of that in a sec. Thank you, Jonathan. We heard from Sarah. Sarah of the early morning shift. So God bless you, Sarah, and we'll talk to you soon. And moving around over to Scepter, who played Ryder. Scepter, where can people find you on the internet?
You'll find me on Twitter at KMRano, where I'm always posting the usual shit of art, more art, and tons more art these days. Even video games with the side of memes, but even more art. I have a problem.
No, it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have. It's cool.
We all have passions. Nothing wrong with it.
I know, it's just...
He's a patron of the arts.
There you go.
Better than a patron of the farts. Okay. Hey, yeah, that's a dad joke for you. Hey. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hey,
You're not sorry. Don't you lie to me.
Okay, I'm not sorry.